Salmon tries to bump off one, but it's pretty strong contact from Ben Bale. They go to this far side. Louis looks dangerous with the ball in his hands. Great ball into McRobbie.
Oh.
He's a metre out. Lovely work, though, from Louis, taking the ball right to the line. Berg goes himself. A bit of confusion between all parties there. It is the last. Bevan into dummy half. He'll go back to Louis. Has time to kick. Gets it in. It's not a bad one.
Oh.
What is he?
He's just landed a bit awkwardly there.
Didn't he what? I think
Gino, I think.
was Gino, and I think Taki half thought about the tackle in the air, then just pulled out the last minute. I think all was fair and love and war there, but it did look a bit awkward.
I think that was some great footy from both sides there. We saw the Pride show some good attacking prowess. Louis with a nice short ball. Got you a bit excited.
Sure did. 8.5 minutes gone first half. No score for either side, but it's been a fast start to this one. Ball handling has improved as the game has gone on after a couple of early errors. Picking up pretty decent easy meters through the middle, though, are the Tigers. Shaping to pass is a Scotty Minto lookalike in Luke Self. Just in terms of the rig, that is. Tall and lanky.
Last tackle, headgear.
One of the greats.
Gone down a bit sore there, has Ryan Sawyer. He's taking a bit of a knock and looking up before he kicked. Great pressure, Matty Moyle on Rowe. And again, the end to the set from East, just not what they want.
Yeah, just sort of dropped it cold there, I think, Rowe.
Kick pressure's been good from the Pride to start this one. I know Dave's got to be big on that. He'd be happy. It's Moyle from marker, and he just saw him coming, didn't he, Rowe?
Can dish out a fair whack too, old Matty Moyle.
Here, hold, go one.
Pride now over the 40-metre line.
Here, 11, hold, go two.
Berg goes to this far side. Louis, every time he touches it, I get excited.
Joe, off the
I'd like to reword that sentence if I could. Every time he touches the ball, it's fun to watch. Louis.
There he is.
Wow.
Joe, up and square
What did it
now.
take? 10 minutes.
10. Hold. Go. 4.
Berg.
Plenty more to come. Stay tuned, guys.
McRobbie. 35 metres out, or just over.
Here's 10, 11.
Pride just winning the field position battle at the moment. And I think it's because they're... well, nothing late. The referee says that was late. Let's see if there's anything coming back from that. At this stage, it's advantage paid.
He's back up, which is good to see.
It's the last. Well, not only was it late, he hit him with the shoulder. There was no intention to wrap. Anyway, play on, knock on. Bevan drops it. But I guarantee you, if we see the replay of that challenge on Dantre Louis, that, my friends, is a shoulder charge.
I mean, I'm not saying it should happen, but we've seen that sort of stuff go to the bin in the NRL, haven't we?
Well, no even penalty there. Let's have a look here. The contact on Louis. Oh, okay, maybe the arm did wrap. I think I might have over-exaggerated. I take it back. I'm wrong and know nothing. Tigers at the ball.
Is that the same one?
No, I don't think it was. Because the one we watched, he fell on the floor.
One before, yeah.
I was going to say. A strong carry here from the Tigers to work it up towards halfway. Taki, that is. Picks up 15 metres. Post-contact ones at that. Rowe this time does hold the ball. Charlie's coming. He misses it. Nice hands from the second rower. That is Ben Bale. Scott Minto's away and Luke Self looks for the ball inside, does so. And to the Tigers through Joel Hughes. That is a fantastic four-pointer.
Great rugby league try there, wasn't it? And unfortunately for the Pride and Josh Charlie just rushing up there. When you do that, as we've said, you've got to make that tackle. And once he missed it, the space was there. And some classy work shown from East to go all the way there.
How's the hands there from Ben Bale? I was fine with the pass from Hughes.
There to Self, and thought he was going to go all the way.
Who's that chaser? Dan Lazarus. And nice ball inside. It's actually the number 4 that scored, Tom Kenny. And straight under the black dot. It is 4-0 Tigers. 12 minutes gone first half. But some promising signs for both sides.
Yeah, definitely. We knew it was going to be a cracking game, and it's delivered so far. Tigers striking first. Pride will be desperate to hit back here. We've seen how these games can sort of pan out in the first half, and when one team gets the upper hand, they can sort of roll on with it.
Tell you what's going to need to happen for our boys today is someone big in the middle is going to have to stand up. With no Tyson Finiasa there today, Jake McCarthy and Tasman McRobbie have started pretty well, but one of them has to go on and be the star of the day. This will be Rowe looking to make this 6-0. Mentioned before, 7v8, Pride v Tigers, with only 2 games remaining in the season. A win today for either side could lock up a position for the finals.
A couple of big bodies on the Pride bench as well who are going to have to come on and do that hard work. Remaker and Wybird, they're quite a hefty pair.
As Rowe's conversion is successful, it is 6-0. Pride TV, all thanks to C-Swift, keeping Northern Australia connected, keeping a lot of the families of these young lads connected to all the action too. Some of them live a long way away. They're able to watch every single home game, and that is all thanks to C-Swift. As we're back underway with a shank that might work out for the Pride. It's actually quite nicely tapped back inside. I think it's Andrew Jackson.
Done well there. Showed some desperation. Thought it was going to be a Pride ball.
We saw Braden Torpey earlier as a big shot there.
Oh, he's not.
And that was always coming, wasn't it?
And we said it was going to. Oh, said it was going to boil over. I think we've seen a few punches thrown.
Get a replay on this. It sort of came out of nowhere because the tackle looked good to me. I've no longer got the ref in my ear, so who knows what they're saying. Okay.
Just need to settle it down.
Yeah, it came from nowhere, didn't it? Because the contact looked okay. The penalty, I think, is going to be awarded. And the referee having a bit to say to both teams. We've just lost the ref, Mike, so I'll just tell you, they've apparently dropped out at the worst possible time, unfortunately, because there is a fair bit going on here.
Just have to do a bit of lip reading here.
Are you any good at that?
Shocking.
Not a skill of mine.
Good to see it calm down fairly quickly.
Yeah, I think both skippers in Bevan and Teven dragged their team away fairly quickly. Everything to play for today, and you saw that in that scuffle there. I'm hoping there weren't any punches thrown. I only saw push and shove. You said you thought you maybe saw a couple. Colt Salmon was in the middle of it. And a player is being called out. It looks like the skipper there at Teven is with Rowe. Let's see what the action is here. I reckon it's going to be a binning. There is too. Again, we can only read what we can. And
yeah, we will see on a replay, maybe, but I believe he was the third man in there, just instigating it. And there's a few words being thrown here from Rowe as he makes his way off, which is...
Aren't there what? Plenty to say, does the young halfback. He's had an unpleasant start to this one. A couple of drop balls. Now he's sin binned early. Are we going to see another player sent to the bin? No, just a further warning on that occasion to Joel Hughes. Will the Pride survive with 13 players intact? It's not looking likely with Colt Salmon being called over.
He was hiding out the back of the pack too. I think he knew he was going to get called up here.
Yeah, Salmon is going to join his mate Rowe in the bin. It's going to be 12v12. And looks like he is on report. I hope it's not for that tackle because it was an absolute bone cruncher and very legal.
Thought it was a ripper, yeah. So I think the penalty will go to the Tigers.
Yeah, you spot on the mark there, Rowan.
But, yeah, I think it was just the players that came in from both sides getting the 10 minutes there.
Take them up to halfway. It'll be an opportunity for the Tigers here. As we mentioned, 12v12 now. 6-0 the scoreline. 15 minutes gone first half. The Tigers lead. And what's been a fairly even start to this one. Probably a fair scoreline. And it's Gilmore, who's a hard man to take down. He's over the 40.
It's obviously a fair bit of feeling in this one. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the boys need to play footy as well if they're going to come out with a win today. That's the important thing.
Hughes is going to duck into dummy half here. He'll come to this far side. That's Self. Looks to pass. He looks good. Hasn't he what? He looks dangerous every time he touches the ball. Gets a good play of the ball. Not sure that pass wasn't a little bit forward. It's play on. Crashing over for Tape is
Backed himself, and why wouldn't you? I thought he was going to get there, to be honest.
Yeah, it was
Pride
good.
showed some good muscle in defence.
It's a poor ball from dummy half. Self makes the most of it, though. Hughes turning his skipper back inside. Strong contact, though.
Trevor Gilmeister, quality tackle there.
To the air goes Hughes. Stafford trying to block the sun out of his eyes. It's tapped back. That's play on. Andrew Jackson crashes over. And this is another 4-pointer to the Tigers. 10 points to 0 they lead after a good kick.
Yeah, so I wasn't too sure on the first viewing. You said it looked like a try, so you've got pretty good eyes.
And I'm also more biased than most, so
I trust you.
Yeah, I think it was tapped back out of the hands, and then Jackson won't score an easier try than that. You got to be there to get him.
He just didn't look comfortable under it, did he? Just had to contest with the sun and looked like to cause him all sorts of problems there.
Well, as soon as
Stafford, that is.
Yeah, you see him here trying to block out the sun. Does it again. I don't think he's real sure. Didn't get much of a leap in. Knocked back-ish.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, play on. Tom Kenny tapping that one onto Andrew Jackson. 10 points to 0. Kick to come.
Try and a try assist for Tom Kenny to start the game.
Oh, you can't give him the assist for that, can you? You give it to Joel Hughes.
Okay.
That is a drop.
crafty
That's a
tap.
drop ball backwards.
I don't think he was purposely tapping it. No.
Nah.
Wasn't a Brad Takarangi special.
No. Not everything needs an Eels reference.
I'll drop him in as much as I can.
Dust off that trophy cabinet. And the kick from Jackson, while Rowe is in the bin, is waved away. He's pushed it to the left. The score stays at 10 points to 0, and all the work to do at this stage is for the Pride. The Tigers are now well and truly on top in this one.
Just another Intrust Super Cup game on at the moment. Do we want to give spoilers?
Please.
It's nearly half time in the Wynnum Manly and Blackhawks game, and Wynnum Manly leading there 12-6, nearly half time.
You tipped the Seagulls today, didn't you?
I did. I like them. There was a few outs, obviously, for the Blackhawks. Murray Tuolagi up into the Cowboys team, and Tommy Gilbert, he's a sensation. So big losses, I thought.
There's the Tigers with another opportunity to take the ball forward. If you missed the action so far, we've got two players in the bin, the halfback row for the Tigers and lock forward for the Pride, Colt Salmon. After a bit of a scuffle, after what looked like an okay tackle, was penalised and put on a report. Ball just out in front there, but nicely done by Sawyer, I think that was. He's got the ball onto Fatape, and this will be a try, you would think, for Self. If he's held on to that, that's 4 more points. Geez, he took it pretty easy towards the last few metres, didn't he? He almost got wrapped up.
On the chase. Did not give up, but another classy try there. The centre, was it Fatape? He showed some speed and the big fend as well, which Matty Moyle, can't get rid of him often.
He's just found him wanting a bit. He gave Fatape too much room, and Self, you just see, is just jogging. It very nearly got caught there, but he looks like he knew what he was doing. Grounds the ball, easy enough. And the scoreline getting scary here. 14-0, 16 minutes remain first half. The Tigers are dominating this one after the first 10 minutes were anyone's.
Just had a big swing in momentum, the Tigers. And they've pretty much capitalised on every opportunity they've had since.
Again, it will be Jackson doing the kicking.
I need some help. Yep, no worries. How's the 10 look all right?
Refs are back.
Yeah, but EC got a pretty big roll and so haven't had much
That's
to
good.
look at recently.
Yep. Exactly right. Okay, it's coming. Yes.
Jackson's conversion is successful. It's 16-0. Be time to get back to basics here for the Pride. As we see Mark Rosendale out there now in the 15.
Stay on side!
By basics, I mean defend hard, complete your sets, and get back into the wrestle. Get back underway here at Barlow Park. Long kickoff into the in goal. Hughes takes it, easy enough. And I think this is Big Gilmore again. Remember, who was the giant forward? They had a couple of them for Canberra.
Here's 10 and hold.
Leroy Lars was a big bopper, and Tills, Dane Tills.
Shannon
be him.
Boyd, he was a big boy too.
Hold.
He went to the Gold Coast where careers go to die. Play on the second.
8 up and square. Here's 10, 15.
Viroa, that is,
Go, 3.
on the third. Good contact again.
Big shot there.
Matty Moyle half expected another penalty there. It was very similar to the first one that was penalised. Fatape looking for space again, getting him early ball, but on this occasion is dragged down.
Nice one-on-one
Campanolo.
tackle there on the from the much smaller man,
Wasn't
Campanolo. Say that with all due respect as well.
Self doing it all. He can kick as well. Bevan, clean hands at the back. A bit of footwork at the line, and see you later. He can do it all, but he can't tackle apparently. Bumped off easy enough there. Help yourself. Stafford.
Love a good pun on a Saturday half.
Oh dear. Gino at dummy half, looking for a bit of work here to help out his forwards. No, inside he tucks in the skipper. And pick up another 10 metres. Berg, this is on the third. Louis, I thought my kick earlier there was very deep. But hands it off to Lazarus. Jacania will go to dummy half. They go short side. There's a play on here. Louis shapes the pass twice, holds it almost through a tackle. On the last, he's taken down. I love seeing him run the ball. Charlie to dummy half. We'll go to Bevan. Of course, played in the halves most of this year. Is a good option with the kick. Not a bad one, but Jackson takes it easy enough with no real pressure on the chase.
No, you'd like to see a bit more there. It looked like a pretty good kick. He was swirling around.
He was up there for a long time, so they had a long time to get there. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. Tigers are doing this easy at the moment. Taki making good metres. Self again. Charlie misreading that one. Popped out of the line. Lazarus, strong contact to take down the fullback. Here's the skipper, Teven. Gets an offload away. It's a good one. Gilmore, good hands, has lost it. Might have been a one-on-one strip, Jaconia. Pretty clever work. Clever. I've got bloody Kevy on my mind. Kevy Walters, his son's in town. Billy, of course, part of the Tiger system.
Wasn't named in the east side, but
You never know.
you said you've seen him around, didn't you?
Well, I know he was on the flight. He's here with Jack Svensson and the boys, so whether he plays or not, we don't know, but he is definitely in Cairns.
Oh,
Billy Walters.
close to a crusher there.
You're spot on there, Rowan. It's been called.
You just look to get in that position, which we've seen it a fair bit over the season. The NRL, I mean, but
Just a crush or tackle there, mate, with pressure down on the neck. It's on report, okay? Crush the tackle.
Yeah, it's been put
more
on
an
report.
accident than anything, that one.
Taki, that is, with the crusher. He is put on report. A penalty for the Pride, and Campanolo will look to find the line.
No malice, I believe, at all in that one.
No malice, but they're clumsy. That's clumsy. They know they've got to stay off the head, especially when they're hitting the ground like that.
Look at that charge, Matty Moyle. Couldn't pay me to stand in front of him.
He's hard not to like.
Actually, he probably could. I've got a few bills racking up, so...
Remaker's on the field now, it looks like. And he's driven backwards at the last minute. Berg, Jaconia, the pass just behind him. That's a beautiful ball. I think we saw the exact same play last home game.
Knock on.
Oh, wow.
Matt Moyles dropped it over the line.
That was a beautiful ball.
Wasn't it?
Just held it up.
Matty Moyle would catch that 9 times out of 10. In fact, I'd say that 99 times out of 100.
Hold.
Was it in the put down?
Yeah.
Go.
As he's tried to put it over the line, he's managed to drop it after the ball of the day from Jaconia.
Here's 10. Hold.
Oh, the no-looker. Moyle, as a penalty's given. Oh, he has, too. He's dropped it over the line. Well, from bad to worse, penalty for the Tigers. Hughes will kick for touch.
You see Rowe back on the field.
Salmon should be out there in a second.
And there he is.
Hold.
Just watching the final seconds tick away before he strolls back out.
Well, did they not get sent at the same time? Because time's off
Yeah.
when they get sent off.
Go 1.
Anyway,
They
he's back
do.
on the field. I noticed when he was sent for 10, Colt Salmon had a noticeable limp. He's still got that. As they spread the ball wide here, the Tigers, there's a chance for Jackson. Cuts back inside. Charlie's been looking for that shot for 10 minutes. He's absolutely belted in there.
Good, mate.
Hughes shows the ball inside, decides to keep it coming. Rowe back on the field, a terrible pass, too high, and Sawyer's put it down. I tell you what, Rowe was having a shocker to start this on. They were a better side with him off the field. I mean that, all respect to his family if they're watching. He's dropped 2. He's given an absolute stinker there to Sawyer and a let off for the Pride.
Yeah, well, he was full of chat when he was making his way off.
he?
So
10
he
minutes
won't
to go.
have much to say after that, I don't think.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go. First half here. 16-0. The Tigers lead. And Rose ball. Looked, to be fair to him, that could have been taken. So he probably should have taken it, but a pretty average ball to one of your forwards. Charlie looking for some work after the ball from Jaconia. Gives it to Louis.
Pride would love a try.
Wouldn't they? Louis running the ball again. The offload wasn't a bad one. Wasn't expected, though, from Lazarus, and it's turned over almost straight away.
It was a tough one to take, but
Maybe
geez,
Moyles
they
off
had
the
the
field.
numbers there.
Yeah, I would like to see what was happening if Lazarus caught that. A penalty to the Tigers. A flop, I think, is the call. Couldn't have been for hanging on too long because he was off him when he called it. Yeah, Matt Moyle substituted, which isn't something you see often.
Hold. Wait.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be running at him when he comes back on the field.
Pride asked to do some more defending now.
They can't let him in here because 16-0 is obtainable. Once it's 4 scores, it makes it very hard. Even though it is still very early in this one. Ball at the back to Rowe is well gathered. This time he gets the ball right to Sawyer. He's 10 metres out. The attack looks good. Bartley, after a quick play the ball, opportunity for the man fresh off the bench. He should get this down. He does so. That's Harrison Cannon. Grounding is good. Defence, you have to say, is soft from the Pride, and it's now a 20-point lead.
Yeah. That's what we didn't want to happen, you said.
Well, it makes it very hard now. You got to score 4 times just to get back in it. Lots of time to go, obviously, but this is just soft. I'm sorry. You've got 3 or 4 blokes there. I know the help of the
post. He used it well.
Didn't he? What?
Young Harrison Cannon.
Roll into tackle 2 was big after the penalty. Okay. Come straight to it at the tackle, okay?
Rowe will take the kicking duties back here.
Years old.
Yeah, Cannon looks about 35. Looks like he's played 300 NRL games. Rowe, who had some happier moments in that set, taking an age to convert this one. Finally does throw it over. It is 22 points to 0 with 7 minutes remaining first half. Pride, if they don't score here, cannot allow another chance for the Tigers, because once they get into that attacking 20, it's lights out at the moment. We see Brandon Jaconia running back a bit behind the side. Hope he's okay.
In the middle, please, mate. In the middle.
Yeah, they've shown some class, the Tigers, to get over the try line.
Downside, gents.
Some real attacking threats as we go short off the kickoff. I think it's too long, though, although the bounce is a good one. The Pride will get it. Can they keep it in? That's gone back off the chest from Campanolo, then out. And nothing really working for the Pride at this stage.
Just looked like a bit of luck was going to come their way there, and the footy gods just having their way at the moment. Colourful language out on the field, did you?
Hooker's over.
Didn't hear a thing.
Hooker's arms are over the top.
Do you have another look?
Leg. Seconds and locks bind in tight.
Well, the kick worked, didn't it? As you said, we got that first bounce here, taken by Gino. Unfortunately, the way his body's positioned, he's always going towards the sideline. Campanolo, it was a hard pass to him, and couldn't do much with it. Unfortunately, good feet there from Taki Taki. He's been strong, carried. To start this one, picks up another 15, possibly 20 metres there.
13. Go one.
Here's the try scorer, Harrison Cannon,
He's 10.
35 years young.
Wait. Go 2.
Bailey Bartley. And another fresh body on the field.
15. Roll out. Here we are. Hold.
See you light.
Go 3.
He looks like he could cause a bit of trouble out there.
Hands away, Ben.
Like to see him get a few more carries.
I wouldn't. Bartley. Inside to Patape. He looks to crash over again.
Last tackle, no.
He's going for the line every time he gets the ball, and he's a threat as well.
Nothing
Isn't he
late.
right? Rowe looks to kick. Not played at. This will still be the last. Rowe again. Quick feet there. They've got the numbers to the Tigers here. Must hold them up. And that's pretty good stuff from Stafford. Held up is the call, and Stafford always had the ball there. Charlie helped him, a couple others.
We have a changeover, 10 by 10.
But
Good
nice
effort there from the Pride. I think they could have scored if they draw and pass there. His winger won't be too happy.
Rowe did well. He looks to do well when the play is scrambling, and he did just that once he got the ball back from the kick. Created the numbers, but couldn't get the try.
Okay. Go.
And here he is. Steve Stafford taking 15 metres out from the Pride line. Been a lot of this, trying to work it away from their own end. On the field now is Hui Rama. As Rameka loses his feet.
Go to. 11 now.
Tough work here. Metres hard to come by. Not even 25 metres away from the line. On the third, decide to spread it. Jaconia to Campanolo. Got through the first tackle. Tries to get through another. Can't do so.
Lock in. Hold. Hold.
Hui Rama. About 4 and a bit minutes to go in the first half. 22-0
Nothing late.
on the last. Louis forced a kick well inside the 40. Finds a bit of space. He's done pretty well there, but Self has some room to return this one. Contact's pretty good, and he's taken down on the 30. Tigers, this time a little bit slower to get back on side. It has been a fast-paced first half. It was an even first 10 minutes, and the Tigers just running away with it lately. Scorers of 4 tries in this one. One of those men fresh off the bench is Samau, running a long way across field, trying to go forward. And he's stopped just short of halfway. Bartley again, goes short side. Hughes, early ball out to his backs. That's Kenny. And he's wrapped up by his opposing man, and Josh Charlie. Hughes again. And the ball is in a lot this set. Bale.
Last tackle, Pride. Here. Hold. Wait.
And this will be the last. 30 metres out. Another good set from the Tigers. Rowe to go to the air. Goes the big torpedo. Spiralling. Great take, Gino. That's play on. He's found some space here too. That is a sensational take, young man. First I've seen him playing today. That ball was anyone's. Spiralling, was up in the air a long time, and the run after it too puts the Pride on the front foot. Can they get points before half time? Less than 3 minutes to go. Rameka. Strong carry, gets it up to halfway. Hui Rama to dummy half again. Comes short side. Lazarus, a nice cutout ball. Stafford's got space here. Stafford cuts inside. Can he beat the fullback? He can. He's got one to beat to crash over. Stephen Stafford. The Pride in that set go the length of the field. All started from one winger, finished by another. Sensational bit of work. Stephen Stafford deserved that. His defence early was very good. Gino helped him out to start that set. A lovely ball from Lazarus to set that try up. And a much-needed 4 points from the Pride. A bit of a confidence booster. Dan Lazarus, bang. Cut-out ball. Stafford. Jackson was way too far inside there. Stafford cuts back in, almost loses his feet. Almost loses his feet again. Jackson gets him enough to tap his ankle, but he's already at the try line. Wonderful effort. All started, as I mentioned, by our other winger in Nathan Gino. That's as pretty a 4-pointer as you'll see. What do we got? About a minute and a half till the end of this first half. Things are looking dire, but points into half-time, a big help for the Pride. If they can get this kick, even better. You'd think they'll have last opportunity with the ball in this first half too. Conversion, unsuccessful from Campanolo. It stays at 22 points to 4. But definitely a confidence booster was that 4-pointer. Nathan Gino's take at the back. The big spiral torpy. Looked very confident. Did a nice job there.
Let's go, Luke. Stay on side. Stay on side, gents.
Be Self to get us back underway. In no rush to do so with under a minute remaining first half.
No one early. We're kicking it. Let's go.
Certainly in no rush. They don't want Pride to have any opportunity here. Self goes deep. Very deep. Louis takes it well. Rameka overruns it. Louis spreads the ball, thinks why not. Jaconia does the same thing. And I think that's Gino that's wrapped up. Got to make sure he holds onto that ball. Manages to do so well. Jaconia to dummy half. To Berg.
On the ball.
15 seconds remain first half. Strong defence.
16, stand. Hold.
Cannon there doing most of that. One of the try scorers for the Tigers. Louis decides to chip and chase is the answer. He's taken out of play. That'll be a penalty if it. Well, they'll take this back. It'll be a penalty. No. Oh, you. I'm sorry.
No.
Who's not watching there? Because Dantre Louis is still down after he kicked, and a long time after he kicked, he's taken out of play, and they're saying nothing wrong with it. I don't know who's got their head up there, who know what, but unbelievable. That will do, mate. You're responsible to protect the playmakers. If you can't do that. 22-4, half-time. We'll go sideline before I get any crankier. Rowan, take it away.
Yeah, g'day. Thanks for that, Elliot. Just here with Jacob McCarthy. Mate, looks pretty tough out there in the middle.
Yeah, look, started off, kind of got bomb shot at the front there. They've come out, played pretty well footy. Yeah, we're a bit shocked, but I think as the duration of the game goes, I think we'll get back into it.
Nice little hit back at the end of the half there. What's the plan, do you think, going into the second half?
Yeah, we come in with a game plan at the start there, but we've kind of just gone away from it. But we'll just get to our three-man, get at the edges there, and as you saw the last try there, we'll get off the back of that and be successful.
Awesome, mate. I'll let you get in there and get ready for the second half. Cheers. Back up to you, Elliot.
Thank you, Rowan. Half-time here at Barlow Park in the under-20. 7v8, a spot in the finals is on the line. The Tigers 22 lead the Pride 4. We'll take a short break and come back with all the action in the second half.
Like any business, you're searching for an edge that can help you increase your sales, reduce your cash expenses, and increase your profits. The answer is Bartercard. To find out how Bartercard can improve your bottom line, contact us today.
Back live here at Barlow Park for round 22 action. Our under-20s are at halftime in the moment. 7v8 as the Northern Pride, your Northern Pride, take on the East Tigers. My name's Elliot Lovejoy with Rowan Sparks. And Rowan, tough first half, but just some promising sides towards probably the back 3, 4, 5 minutes for the Pride as they got back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we just heard from Jacob McCarthy there at halftime. Said they had a game plan going into it, but they just haven't been able to execute that over the first half until the end there. And we saw the results with that try to Stephen Stafford to get the Pride on the board. But otherwise, I mean, it's been a pretty dominant half from the Tigers. 4 tries there, and they have the 22-4 lead at the moment.
Well, there we mentioned it earlier. Excuse me. Without Tyson Finiasa today, someone had to stand up in the front row for the Pride. At the moment, it's just not.
Mate.
I'm dying. Sorry. It's just not been the case. They've been barreled through the middle. They really need one of those big boppers in a McCarthy, like you spoke to, McRobbie, a Remaker, or a Y-Bird to come on and be the difference maker today.
Yeah, without Fanongaloa as well. I mean, there's...
This is what happens. Rowan and I sit in this box. As soon as anyone walks past outside that he's distracted by, forgets what we're talking about. This is what I've worked with all season. So whoever's watching at the top of the Pride, Tony, I want a new one next season.
No,
I want a new Rowan.
Yeah, you're just overreacting, I think. How good was that, though? Tasman McRobbie, he's been good in the middle. I think if he can stand up in the second half. Or Matty Y-Bird hasn't been brought into the game yet, so expecting a big stint from him when he comes in.
Yeah, keeping him fresh for the second half. Stafford, our only try scorer. Nathan Gino been good on the other wing. Took a towering bomb off Rowe before to set up that... set that led to points, but it is all to do, and there is so much to play for. So these boys need to realise is, yes, they're 3 tries down, 3 converted tries down. It's doable, and if they can get the win, they will play finals footy this year.
That's right. 3 tries down. If they score 1, they'll need 2 tries down, aren't they?
Game on. A fiery first half where we saw 2 players sent to the bin in row, the 7 for the Tigers and Colt Salmon, the 13 for the Pride. A couple other times you thought it may boil over. Don't be surprised if it gets to that in the second half. It is all to play for, though, here on a beautiful day in Cairns, where you wouldn't believe it, we had our coldest morning, August morning, since 1953 this week.
Incredible.
People come to the far north for heat, sunshine, all the good things, and then I think in Ravenshoe, because it was Thursday morning, this cold snap, in Ravenshoe, it was 0.8 degrees.
Up here.
Unheard of. Warm afternoon, though, right now. We're sitting at about 26, 27 degrees on the ground. We're back underway. Second half action. Under 20s, 22-4. And one of the try scorers for the Tigers brings it back over the 20 in Harrison Cannon. I was going to call him Quinlan, but that'll be the starting hooker for the Pride tonight in the seniors. I'll go to this far side early. Rowe through the hands. Pass just behind.
7 stand.
Ciolai. And a drop ball to start this set. Almost mirrored the exact same spot in the first half where Jake McCarthy, very first set of the game, dropped the ball. I'm certain it was the exact same spot. So maybe there's...
You're right, actually, yeah.
A curse on that part of the field. Who knows? But that is just what the Pride needed to start this one.
That's it.
The Tigers couldn't get on the board straight away. But maybe the Pride can do that here.
All the way in, Luke. All the way in now, 14, please.
So look, a little bit of wrestle there from Salmon.
Okay, 2 hands in
But
square.
not a lot in that. Jaconia feeds the scrum. Hui Rama breaks from it to get the ball to Bevan. Louis tucks Lazarus back inside, who threw that magnificent cutout ball to Stafford in the first half. Hui Rama again. Remaker. Fast start here for the Pride. Remaker's locked up pretty well, though. The wrestler's good. There's 2 men in the tackle, and that's a penalty. That is probably the dumbest strip I've seen this season from Samau, who's been good since coming on the bench, but him and his friend were in that tackle helping each other. No one fell off, and he went with a full-butted strip anyway. It's a penalty.
Just a bit silly, wasn't it?
Isn't it what? Another chance for the Pride. Remaker again. Big Jono, as they call him. Another one of the Kiwis on our side. Just outside the 10. Hui Rama comes short side. Lazarus has... I don't know how he's lost that ball. He has so. It looked like he almost just passed it to the Tigers and a let off just like that.
Here's 10.
Trying to
Hold.
maybe get the offload away
Go,
there.
0.
But, yeah,
14
it just
was
didn't
short
look
there,
good.
get him back.
Didn't at all for Tape, who was really strong in that
16,
first
stand,
half.
14. Here's 10. Hold.
Nuggety little
Go,
thing.
1. 14
Bartley.
short again.
Goes hard, doesn't he?
He's very good. Ben Bale.
14. Move. Here's 10. Hold.
We're still yet to see Trent Wedding, the 14, from the Tigers. He's still on the bench. And you mentioned before Wybird for the Pride in the 17 tonight. He is yet to enter the
All
field.
the way. Hold. Hold.
Just over halfway, the Tigers. They go short side again. Rowe. Cut out ball for Tape. Racking up the meters. Picks up another 10.
And now. Here we are.
Just that
Hold.
leg drive.
Go. 4.
Self. Rowe. Shapes the pass twice. Hughes gets it off on this occasion.
Last tackle. Head
And that will be the last for the Tigers. A good set from them.
Go.
Chance to put up an attacking kick. Instead they go along the ground. And you'd think that'll be too deep. Yeah, a bit of an in-betweener from Hughes.
Yeah, it just looked a bit hard off the boot.
They
and,
kicked it to Yarrabo, wasn't it? What?
It sailed straight over the dead ball line. Giving the Pride a 7 tackle
use
set
your
here.
foot.
Maybe.
In the middle.
Not yet.
On the tee.
They take a while, these things, don't they?
It's like
0
scrums.
Yeah, it was.
Should I try and get you started? Or?
No. Winger to winger.
High tackle. Leave it,
And a
Joe.
high tackle was the call on Gino. I missed that one.
Plenty more football left in the day for you to
Get
get
fired
angry
up.
at.
Gotta get cranky. You know what happens is when you leave me, I get cranky.
Okay.
Before you went down and did your interview, and that's when Louis was hit about 10 minutes late and there was no penalty. Anyway, I'll try and stay calm today. I've been doing yoga.
He had time
Oh,
to
go.
make a cup of tea back there before
Yeah.
he got hit, didn't he?
Didn't you want? Anyway, over halfway, the Pride go. Must be first to score in this second half. Make a game of it. 7v8, all to play for. Hui Rama.
Room. 11. Go.
Long time Burgers wrestled in that tackle. He was arguing the point too. Colt Salmon takes it over the 40. Gets the offload away. It's a good one. Great body position. He put himself in to get that away.
16. Stand. Here's 10. 11.
Nice
12.
little offload
Go,
there,
go.
Colt.
Louis shapes to pass.
Oh.
Does so. Great ball. He's by himself though, Lazarus. He just looked inside when he needed to go out. I think he's been knocked out almost cold here. Oh, he's okay. He ran into the arm of Self, who was the first to apologise.
Like a pretty
Tackle 3, number 11.
cracking tackle and a cracking ball from Louis. Just look at the double pump.
Lazarus, if he just looks outside here, had Stafford unmarked. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument for a penalty there because I know you're falling into the tackle, but the rules are you can't make eye contact.
Hold.
We've seen
Go.
those,
3.
definitely.
Definitely given. Happy enough for play on though. Louis tucks Rameka back inside, who doesn't go far. He's taken on the 10.
Hold. Go. 4.
Hui Rama comes short side. Decides to go himself. Not sure it's the play on the last.
Tackle. No more. Hold. Hold.
Lazarus kicks. It's a good one, and Charlie scores. And just like that, it's game on.
Brilliant little kick in there, wasn't it?
Daniel Lazarus in the second row has impressed the pants off me today.
Well, he's sort of been in and out, hasn't he? In a few different positions, and as you said, he seems to have found his spot on the left flank there.
He set up that Stafford try with the brilliant cutout ball, and the vision there for Charlie was awesome. And then Charlie, too, to know it was on. Good stuff from the vice-captain, who looks fired up today, Josh Dell. He's been in and out of the line to try and put a few shots on. I don't know about the new haircut. I missed the, what do you have, the little dreadies.
Yeah, they were cool. Wish I could pull them off.
Short back and sides.
Why mess with it?
A winning formula.
That's it.
Jaconia is taking this ball back, 25 metres. So Campanolo
Yeah.
had the first kick. Jaconia will take this. As I said, he's taken a long way back.
Your 10 distance really good to start there.
What do you reckon?
Work at the 14 for
Should
Pride.
we
He
call
was
it?
short a few times in that last
You back him in?
Should we stay out of it?
I'm staying out of this one.
Give you a
I
bit
like
more
Brandon too
Pride
much to jinx him.
report
I'm backing it in.
Ah, you idiot.
about it.
No, I've seen him kick these from here.
Right, but
When?
he didn't take it any further, so I just left
Training.
it to.
I don't think I've ever seen him kick a goal in a game.
Have a look at this.
You idiot.
No goal.
Why did he take it back so far?
Didn't make the distance, did he?
Gonna have a word to Brandon after this game. So, brother, I love you, but
It's an important 2 points too in the scheme of things.
yeah, it won't matter when we win 40-22, 22 to 8, I should say, right now to the Tigers. 28 minutes remain second half. Long way to go in this one, and the Pride just with a little bit of momentum. They've scored the last 8 points.
Run.
12, stand.
You love seeing Rameka wind up like that.
I do.
Go 1. 9.
Kiwi to Kiwi, it's Salmond.
Up in square 6. Here's 10 and hold.
Reminds me of the
8.
former
Go 2.
New Zealand player. Do you remember Charlie Gubb?
Ah, yep. Gubby.
17,
Very
hands
similar.
off. Here's 12.
That's some good work.
Hold.
I was
Hui
going to
Rama.
say, he's probably
Go
due a
3,
spell.
16 offside.
Colt, and just as I was thinking it, he's come straight off.
We gave himself one with the 10 in the bin earlier, but bang on the money.
Mark is square. Hold.
Just trying to
Go
have a
4.
look. Wybird.
There he
And
is.
there he is.
First carry for the game.
Last tackle, Mark is 15.
Strong boy is
Hold.
Wybird.
Go.
Wants a quick play the ball.
Double 8.
And kicking there is Mark Rosendale. Finds a bit of space at the chip. Rowe, credit to him, has done well.
Up now.
Nice little
Here's
chase
10.
there.
Hold. Go
When it
1.
first come off the boot, I questioned it. But he knew what he was doing.
Just falling off a couple of tackles here. Don't want to get sloppy in this set, the Pride. Taki.
Here's 10. Hold. Go 2.
And you see and hear the signs of up was the call, but Self has been put away by Fatape. Those two are causing Dave Scott so many headaches. Another full moon. Fatape.
The legs now. Here we are. Hold.
He's been
Hold. Go
probably
3.
the best on ground, hasn't he?
Tell you what, Rowe. Ball inside's a good one to Hughes, who bumps off one. Tries to get rid of Wybird. Almost does, but
Simon,
Bevan.
stand. Hold.
What a set this has been for the
Hold.
Tigers.
Go 4.
Pride have been run ragged. They must hang on. Great tackle, Wybird. Remaker
Bit
over the
last
top.
here.
Kick from Rowe. Goes up. Goes to a corner. It's a good one. Jackson knocks on, though, as he attempts the Superman. And we just escape.
Had a bit of up there Kazali about it, didn't
Didn't
it?
it? Almost as good as his perm.
In the middle. Wait.
So Pride, hold on there. There was
Zero
just
coming.
some tense few moments there.
So Andrew Jackson, the winger from the Tigers, number 5, who's just dropped the ball there. Famous redhead players across the years.
There's been a few, hasn't
Alan
there?
Tongue,
Here's 10, 11.
Well, you got to go Fatty
1.
Vorton.
Freddie Vorton, Joel Monahan, who had an interesting career off the field.
12.
infamous,
Stand and
wasn't
give
he?
room.
Isn't he what?
Hold 11.
Brett Dallas.
Brett Dallas,
That's what I like,
Left
yeah.
side.
his
Massive.
career spiralled too. In a bit of trouble in Mackay recently,
Brad
unfortunately.
Myers.
Brad Myers, the red beard and
Yeah.
red hair.
Hold.
Yeah, we're getting off track, I think.
Pride inside the Tigers half. Bevan, nice short ball. Lazarus again.
That is a road I've always got time to go down.
Oh,
Go 4.
keep thinking. We'll get back to it later. Short side play. Again on the 4th, Hui Rama goes short side by himself. I just don't think that's the play. Get the ball to the outside backs.
To this man.
Another chip and chase. It's a good one. Bevan picks it up. The defence is good from one of those rangers.
Quick, you've got offside players.
Redheads.
Not quick.
I was thinking Jonah, with Jonah Ramaker, and then Jonah from Tonga, and then Ranger is anyway. Redhead
Stay square. Let's
is
go.
the politically correct term.
Head, yes.
Rotate.
Taking nothing away from Andrew Jackson. He's had a good game. Try scorer.
14
On the
off
field
ball.
now, Trent
17,
Wedding.
16. Hold. Go 1.
Good run. Pride's line speed just a little bit off the last couple of
The
sets.
ball now.
After they were starting to win the rest, so I think Tigers have just picked things back up.
Slipping off a few tackles as well. Is that a
Well, he's
lost
dropped
ball?
that. He dropped it twice. And play on.
Is that a lost ball?
I think Tigers are saying penalty after he dropped it. Pride were obviously saying knock on, and there was nothing. 24 minutes remain.
Gee.
I don't know, mate.
Here he is.
Fatape kicks. Jaconia has knocked it back. Rowe picks it up. 6 to go. And he's out. So this will be a Pride ball.
Nice work by Benny Campanolo there.
It's all backwards by Northern Pride. Then you're into touch, so it's a scrum to Northern Pride.
Yeah, good call from the referee there. Jaconia knocked it back a couple of times. Rowe did well to clean it up. Went short side, backed himself. Had about 8 blokes chasing after him.
Yeah, it was all fair game up until he got taken over the sideline.
Wasn't it? Look at the amount of chases that go after him, though. Credit to the Pride scrambling. Looks like
Okay,
might
hookers over the top.
miss his direct messages on Instagram, this.
Just a
Hookers over,
jersey
seconds and locks
swing
in
that
tight.
got him in the end.
Head in, arms all the way around.
Otherwise, he was
Forward
away,
angle, way in,
probably.
please.
Benny
Forward
Camp,
angle, lock in.
his brother will be in
Square
action
17.
later on.
Liking him in the halves as well, Jack.
Jared Allen playing 6 tonight. First chance I've seen to see him playing the halves. Plays his club footy at the Roos, I believe.
Hands away now. Here's
Yeah,
10.
he's been
Go one.
struggled with a bit of injury throughout the middle of the season. Probably would have
Jack, stand.
found a spot
Here
in
we
the
are.
Pride side for him a bit earlier if he could get that knee sorted out. But good to see him back in full health, and good to see him having a run tonight.
I just get the sense something's going to boil over here soon, whether it be, I don't know, a penalty or a scuffle. Or
Chasers are off.
kicking on the third there is Louis and Andrew Jackson. He's wrapped up pretty neatly.
Here, 16. Hold.
First tackle on the 30. So again, the Tigers just winning that field position battle again. Taki over the 45.
Here's 10. All the way. Go, 2.
22 minutes remain second half. 22-8 is the scoreline. Tigers up by 14.
That's a good tackle there on the danger man for Tape.
Campanolo done some pretty good work in defence the last couple of sets. That not so good from, I think, Wybird falling off.
Here. Hold. Go, 4.
Wedding to the skipper. Hughes continues on. Samau.
Last tackle, 6.
And Louis does much. Well, he's dropped that. Hang on a second.
Hand on ball.
Here he goes, guys.
I'll watch the replay before I say a thing. Penalty is the call. Tigers another opportunity, and that penalty was given away on the last, which is criminal.
Hold.
If it was, in fact, a penalty.
Go.
Kenny. Hughes. Cannon. Contact down low is not bad, but you got to wrap up that ball. And Gilmore. Pride are just starting to look a bit tired in this one.
They are. They're
Let go.
Falling off
just
a lot of
bit
tackles.
fatigued.
Wedding at dummy half. One of the freshmen on the field. Does well not to run behind his man.
Simon.
He's looking pretty speedy out there against the slow big forwards in the middle.
Teven from dummy half. Good hands by Rowe, who cuts back inside, and he's in. We mentioned it. The Pride boys are starting to look tired. That was way too easy when a spot on the 8's on the line.
Nice little step there from Rowe.
Okay, 20-45 on the
Just
clock
cut
there.
back in on the angle. And there was nobody at home for the Pride.
We had a breakdown here. Berg's overcommitted, which meant that he had to be followed in, and it was just all too. I don't think anyone got a hand to him. 26-8.
Close to the dead ball line.
20 minutes remain. Kick to come. This to make it beyond 3 converted tries, which makes things very difficult.
Penalty setting for Pride have been all good, nice and big. Yep. There's been a couple short ones with East, just like half a
Put the
step.
mocker on him.
Right.
I'll back it in.
From in front.
Just count down that clock for us, mate. Started on 20-45 if we have to time out.
Yeah, that 5th tackle penalty, wasn't it a crucial one?
Still 30 seconds. Yep.
Could have went either way for mine. I thought he lost it, to be honest.
I thought even if he didn't lose it, it might have got stuck between his legs and not hit the ground. I could have quite happily said play on. I didn't see the penalty, but you don't know. And we're not ground level. These guys are. Conversion successful, so the mocker didn't work. And 28-8. More importantly, it's beyond 3 converted tries with under 20 minutes to go.
Are yours?
Someone's walking around with 2 bottles of wine for delivery. Alana with the Pride.
Stay onside.
She does a good job, Alana. She's everywhere.
Stay
For a
onside.
shout out.
If we do that, will she bring us some wine? It's the last home game.
I don't know if we
Celebrate.
need any, to be honest.
Awkward kind of kick-off. Eventually picked up. Gilmore. He's been good, the big bopper. In the 10. Hard to wrap up. He's going to go up to 30 here on that first
Up
carry.
and square.
Strong
Here's 10.
stuff from Gilmore.
Hold. Hold, go one.
Better line speed there from the Pride.
Stand. Here we are, hold.
Jake McCarthy's back on the
Go
field.
two.
Wedding. Cannon.
12 again.
We're up to the
15,
45.
15. Hold. Hold. Go. 3.
Oh, that's flat at best. Play on. Teven.
9 off the ball. Here we are. Hold.
Hanging on for a long time there. Play on, luckily. Could easily been a penalty to the Tigers again. Pride are really starting to look tired now.
Hold. Go.
Tigers just want to keep going.
Nothing late. 14 offside.
Not played at from the kick. Rowe again couldn't find space. Self's knocked that on. Well, they've said play on, okay. And picked up by Campanolo just.
Here. Hold.
Pride survive.
Go. 1.
But there are some very tired bodies out there.
14. Stand. Here. Hold. Go. 2.
Gino plays the ball, doing some work. Charlie, bit of space. Good tackle, Kenny.
Do you think it's a bit concerning, the Pride? Just, I think it happened last game. Just a bit of fatigue set in around this sort of period. I mean,
well, you think if anyone would be used to the conditions, it would be the local boys, because it is a bit hotter, more humid here, but it's a bit of a worry, seeing them just fade towards the back end of games. You're right, the Devils came over them last week, as we see a penalty here.
just overworking him on the ground there.
Louis finds touch.
Bit of late mail for the main game.
15,
of course there is.
have a look, mate.
No less than 4 changes for the Tigers. I don't know if we'll go through them later, but for the Pride fans, Sean Bowen is an out for the Cowboys. Gideon Gellam-Osby, who's come back to lend his services to the Pride.
Not bad at all. Take that. Taking nothing away from Shawnee. He's a good player, but nice that when Gideon is around. Far side, Pride go. Wybird at first receiver for some reason or another. Jaconia, right foot step. Gets to the 10. Haven't seen much of Mark Rosendale since being on the field in attack. He'd got an opportunity with the ball. He's got it now, the 15. Steps off the left. Taken down easy enough for the Tigers. Held is the call. They still put him to ground. Could have very easily been a penalty. Berg. Short side. Louis off the left. Just ran into Jake McCarthy there. And Lazarus somehow ends up with it.
Last tackle. Stay square. 1 foot. Wait.
Chance on the last. They go short side again. That kick that worked earlier is grounded on this occasion by the Tigers. It'll be a line dropout, so not the worst result for the Pride. 20-point lead still intact, though, for the Tigers with just under 16 minutes remaining. So you would think the Pride need to score this next set, or pretty close to make a game of it.
15, stay on side.
Still a chance if they do lose this one, the Pride, to make the 8. I think they play 9th next week. Rowan's done his research, so...
Taking on Tweed next week. Should be a cracker.
Dropout is high from Rowe, not particularly long, up to about the 40. Louis to McCarthy. He's carried the ball pretty well when he's had it today. It's just the Pride have had to do so much defence. Berg to Wybird. That ball has been stripped again from Samau, who did that earlier with a couple in the tackle.
9. Tapping.
Tell you what,
okay, just hold it 9.
These Tigers aren't playing around when it comes to last minute changes. We'll take you through the lineups before we get to the main game later, but yeah, there's a few.
Rosendale, strong carry. Oh, breaking the voice of our prepubescent referee. Berg goes far side. Jaconia, great ball. But I tell you what, that's a fantastic tackle. I think it might have been the skipper in Teven. Matty Moyle has dropped that one.
Scrubs in here. Scrubs in here.
28 points to 8, I should say. Tigers leading over the Pride. 14 minutes remain. It's a great ball, Jaconia again. One of their pet plays, but it was the skipper of the Tigers, Teven, that forced the area. Fantastic tackle that was.
In tight. Let's go. Stay in tight, East. Let his head in. Put your head in. 15. Just hold the weight.
Yeah, this one's going to boil over soon. You can see it coming.
Stand up.
Bit of frustration on the Pride side. Bit of niggle from the Tigers.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Seconds and locks in tight. Just hold the weight there. Thank you. Let's go. Stay in. Trent in. Stay square, Dre. Ball in.
Billy Walters.
Dre. Out.
Chance here for the Tigers to work it away from their end. I tell you what, they complete a couple of sets here. I reckon it's game over. 13 minutes remain. 28-8 is the score. Cannon has dropped the ball, so it is still game on at this stage. Taken without the ball there. Weddings put the tackle on McCarthy, which should have been a penalty. It won't matter. It's the start of a new set anyway. Berg.
Go 1, 0, 0.
McCarthy again. Keeps the legs pumping. Gets it up to the 10 and then some. Wrestled onto his back, though. It'll be a slow play, the ball. Well, he played for a penalty there and got it, McCarthy. McCarthy, a bit of a wry grin, too. He knows he played for it.
Just saying something there. I think he said, catch up for a feed later upstairs.
Maybe Howland J's for dinner. Goes close, does McCarthy. And in everything the last 5 minutes. Long ball to Louis. Great ball to Lazarus. Should crash over. Does crash over. Try time, Pride. Does it boil over? It doesn't. They do well to drag each other away. I'll tell you what, it's going to be all in very soon.
It's getting close.
Plenty of testosterone bashing against each other at the moment. Good try, though. And Pride just keep themselves in it. It's 28 points to 12 now. Kick to come. Lazarus, who's been easily, for me, the Northern Pride's best today, set up 2 tries. Now he's scored 1. And he'll be back in that starting side again next week. It was a great ball from Louis. Take nothing away from that. The strength from Lazarus, though, to keep going. Because Kenny had a good hold of him. And then I think it was Samau come over the top, who has the greatest football name of all time, the number 15 for the Tigers. Exodus Samau.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Should be playing the NRL just for that name. The kick from Louis this time. 3rd goal kick we've had today. I think maybe we found our guy. That's a beauty. Bit of right to left, Jonathan Thurston hook on it. 28-14, 11 minutes remain. Can we see a miracle on ice?
Let's go, Ace.
On ice.
Ben Cousins playing AFL. Kick-off here will be Tigers to get us back underway.
So we saw the the Walters brothers, used to play together. Kevy, Steve.
Yep.
Kerrod.
That's right. Kerrod was the 3rd one.
Well, fans up in the north will see some Walters brothers play together tonight. Billy and Jack Walters, who I believe are brothers, sons of Kevin.
So Billy is in the side.
Billy's been named at 5'8".
Yeah, I did see that he was on the flight. I feared he might play. I'd say that because he's a quality player. He's already made his debut with the Storm earlier this year.
So that's exciting stuff for footy fans.
So this, Matty Moyle with the ball. Pride 14 points down, but they have scored the last 6 points. Hopefully a bit of momentum swinging their way.
Better every week, doesn't he? Campanola.
He does. He looks at home in that centre position now. Him and his brother are pretty good at making a fist wherever they're put. A great run here. Rosendale pops his head through. Picks up 20 metres. Quick play the ball is what he wants. He won't get it. Just lost his footing at the last second. Berg. Mick Robbie, who's back on the field. Strong contact, though, and he is stopped where he stands by the skipper, Zach Teven, who's a very good player for the Tigers. Berg comes short side. Louis, the pass just behind him. Goes himself. This will be the last. Takes one kicking option. Sorry, that was the last there. I don't know if he got the call or not, Louis. Change over. If that was the last, then they had to get a kick in. Just went to the line.
Yeah, probably need to come up with something a bit more there.
Jackson.
Up now. He's 10. Hold. Go. 1.
Women in league round here in our main game. The pink jerseys donned by the Pride today. Celebrating our ladies. Mums, wives, girlfriends, daughters.
They do some great stuff, don't they?
Don't they what?
For the club.
9 minutes remain, second half, 28-14 the score. Pride must get the ball back in hands to give themselves a shot. Self, who's been very good, the fullback. Wedding. They'll kick early on the 4th. That's Rowe. It's outside the 40.
Not a bad boot.
Isn't that what? Bevan weighing up his options. Goes himself, steps off the right.
Up 12. Here. Hold.
He'll play it just 20 metres out. Jaconian back players down with cramp. Stafford
Here's 10 on me. Go, 2. 13 good.
Josh Tell Charlie. Strong carry.
He's only going one way, isn't he, Josh Tell?
Jeez, he's got a quick play the ball there. That was possibly not square at marker.
Hold.
I think you might be right there, man.
Play on's the call. Lazarus goes to Charlie. Play on.
Nice
Stafford.
hands.
Opportunity here. He backs himself. But he's taken out
Good touch.
by the flying matchstick. That is Andrew Jackson.
He's been impressive too, young Jacko.
Well, he'd be giving up 10 kilos easy on Stafford. He's only a little fella, but that's a great tackle.
The size of him, 20 years old, get out of town.
I've seen him, I'll be doing PT at the gym, trying to lose the gut, which isn't working. But I always see Stephen there, pumping iron, and
Let's go.
Must
Hook
be
is
a
over.
sight.
he's an impressive specimen.
Hook is over.
Nice hands.
Seconds and locks in.
He just needed to pop back inside. You do like a winger that backs himself, but when you get two blokes chasing after you,
Go, Simon in.
good tackle, Jackson.
You go out.
Heads in. Let's go. Bring your
Oh, I
arm
think
up.
he did. I think his
Hey,
legs
Pride,
did it.
bring your arm up. Thanks, mate. Joel, ball
7.5 minutes remain. 14 points still the deficit. Things getting dire. Tape wrapped up by Gino.
Up now.
Speaking of Dyer, the Knights in action tonight.
Go, 1.
Oh, yeah, I've got to turn my phone off so I don't get the results from that one. Strong contact there.
Held. Release.
Rosendale
Go,
and
2.
Salmond, who is back on the field. Rowe turns Viroa back inside. Haven't seen a whole lot of him today. Big body.
Go, 3.
Teven almost been the Tigers' best as the 13 and the skipper.
13 and 10. Hold.
Wedding. Salmon locked up there with Ben Bale. Well, you can't. His hand is locked inside there. Ben Bale has played for the penalty, which is fair enough. Credit to him.
Oi.
He's just let go of the ball, like knowing that Colt's hand's in there.
Black dot, go straight through.
It's a tricky one. Bit of gamesmanship.
Here we are.
Chance for the Tigers to put this one completely to bed. They'll attack from inside the 30 to start the set. Gilmore, another strong carry. He would have run 100 plus metres today. Wedding.
Hold, go, 1.
Viroa. Back-to-back work from the big forwards. I reckon he's gotten bigger as this game has gotten on, Viroa.
Hold.
He didn't look that huge to start this one. He is a unit. Hughes, gee, tell you what, great play. And then an even better tackle from Bevan.
Up now.
That tackle from Bevan stopped a certain 4 points.
That was a bit of fantastic footy
Wasn't it? What?
all around. That was the inside ball there from Rowe.
I thought he was in for all money there with Self.
Hold.
Simon Bevan.
Hold, go, 1.
Hats off to the skipper. It was fantastic. Louis. They're going to spread the ball here. Charlie's knocked on. I'll be comfortable enough to say that is the ball game with 5 minutes remaining. 28-14. Tigers, if they do go on to win this one, will be well-deserved winners. They've been very good. Pride have been okay in patches, but playing in patches is not going to win you a competition, unfortunately.
That's right. It's been the tale of the last couple of weeks, just that finding that consistency.
And what it is too, and this is not a knock on these kids, and I say that because this is an under-20s competition, but we've got a lot of 17-year-olds playing, we've got a lot of the under-18s coming up. It is a high level of footy. You're playing against bigger, badder opposition, and it's a learning curve.
Stand up. Stand up.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Stand up.
They just came out of the blocks flying, didn't they, this season? 7 in a row to start the season. And as you mentioned, they've just had a few lineup changes, a few boys getting called up to the big leagues.
Well, I can't stress how big a loss having Ewan Moore and Tom McGrath, as we see Rowe poke his head through, Moore and McGrath being called up is because they were just...
Well, they're Queensland Cup calibre players, aren't
Oh,
they?
that's class above.
To take 2 out of a team, it's going to leave a mark.
Hold. Go, 2.
But geez, the boys we've got now, they are doing the hard stuff.
And still an opportunity next week. Final game of the season will determine whether this under-20 side plays in finals or not. That's a fantastic ball. Taki crashes over. 4 more points to the Tigers, who cement their spot in the top 8 with this win. It was 7th versus 8th. Pride will stay at 8th. And Taki Taki gets another 4-pointer, 32-14. 4 minutes remain second half here at Barlow Park. And a chance here to push the lead out to 20. It's a great ball, that one, from Self, who's been good at the back today. Just manages to stay in field. I wouldn't be trying that. It would fall over my feet. In no hurry to take this one, is Rowe. This one is well and truly wrapped up. Looking towards next week, our boys will play Tweed away. A win there, and they play finals footy.
I'm right, mate. Cheers, yeah.
Dave's got to be disappointed with this one. Impressed they fought their way back into it a couple of times. But classy outfit are the Tigers. I think Daniel Lazarus has been very good. Out on the left edge, he's played well, set up 2 tries, scored another. He's handed everything. Rowe now. Really is milking this clock for all it's worth. He converts. 20-point lead back intact for the Tigers. 34-14. 2.5 minutes remain second half. With our main game kicking off in about, what do we got? 15, 20 minutes. Some big team news there for both sides. We'll run through that inside the next little while after this game. The son of a former Queensland great will line up for the Tigers. I can tell you that much. We'll get to it soon. Short kickoff. Tap back from East. Play on as Josh Tell Charlie picks it up. So the Pride, can they get a consolation try to finish? Berg goes to Salmond. Just standing a bit flat-footed. He's got that left leg wrapped up. We saw him limping when he first went to the sin bin earlier. Hopefully he's okay, Colt. Louis, pass slightly behind him, gives it to Lazarus. That's a great tackle. Fantastic shot, I think, on Lazarus from Kenny, who's managed to pick up a cramp. In the meantime, they're never fun. Needs more help. Berg trying his best to play physio. I don't know if there's a role for him in the future.
Once he's in the hands of the trainer.
Dentere Louis takes over. His technique looks a little bit better. Maybe he's found his calling.
Okay, play the ball here.
Berg needs some training, and now we have a real physio out there. Good partnership. I think Cairns Total Physio are on board with the Pride again this year. They do an awesome job looking after the lads. Forlorn looking bench.
Okay, tackle 3.
We're going to play around Lazarus at this stage. He's still suffering from cramp. McRobbie.
Hands away now.
Penalty to the Pride. Minute and a half to go. Second half, 34-14 our score.
9. Just come over, mate. Wait. No, wait.
Referee not ready for whatever reason.
Okay, with your foot, let's go. Wait, go.
Salmond.
Stand up.
Middle of the field.
Go, 1.
Berg goes to this far side. Jaconia, a pretty nice ball to Rosendale, who's looked good in patches today. He's ran the ball well. He's a chance here. It was raked out, and the right call from the referee. Ripped out by Self in the act of a try being scored.
In here.
So there'll be a line dropout. Don't even know if we'll get time for it. 45 seconds remain. In no rush are the Tigers, and you don't blame them. They've been very good today. Strong carry.
Let's go. Whistle's gone. You're ready. Let's go, Dre. You're ready.
Another shank from the dropout. Louis looking to trap it with his legs. Does just about enough. Salmon, 30 metres out. We've got 20 seconds remaining. Maybe 2 more plays in this one. Berg. Penalty to the Pride. Really trying to slow this down, Tigers. We'll have 1 more play. They need to hurry up here, the Pride, if they want to get that play in. 9 seconds remain. This will be the last one. McRobbie, not the man you want with the ball. Rosendale's going to go 1 out, and I would say this will be the game.
Up now! He's 10.
The siren has sounded. Full time here. Fantastic win for the East Tigers. 34-14 full time in a game that had a bit of everything. Some brawls early on, sin biddings. Comebacks from the Pride a couple of times. We thought they were coming back into it. But full credit to the Tigers, who I thought were terrific today. Zach Teven, their skipper, the third team, was sensational. Their halves controlled things. Their outside backs are strong. Their fullback, Luke Self, was excellent. Solomona Fatape in the 3. He had a good game himself too. Let's catch up with one of our boys sideline, though. We'll go to Rowan.
Cheers, guys. Just down here with Ben Campanolo. Mate, how'd you find it out there today?
Oh, yeah, it was a bit tough. Didn't hold the ball when we wanted to hold it. Didn't get to the spots we wanted to, so not our day.
Mate, played a bit of halves in the under-18s, but come up and playing some centre. Liking what you're doing out there. How are you finding it out a bit wider?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Starting to find my feet now. It's probably my 4th game at centre, so it's pretty good.
Noticed a few big hits you're putting on there on a few bigger men, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, I try my best to put my body on the line for the team.
No worries, man. Thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get out there. Cheers. Back up to you, Elliot.
Look at that. Rowan's about 46. Benny Camp's 16 or 17. He's twice the size of him. Man Mountain. Full time here in the 20s. Sees the Tigers convincing winners. Our main game less than 15 minutes away. We're going to take a short break and come back with all the latest team news after this.
Like any business, you're searching for an edge that can help you increase your sales, reduce your cash expenses, and increase your profits. The answer is Bartercard. To find out how Bartercard can improve your bottom line, contact us today.
Back live here at Barlow Park for round 22 action and our final home game of the year, which means this bromance is nearly dead. My name is Elliot Lovejoy with Rowan Sparks. Unfortunately, 20s couldn't get the job done today, but with the seniors, plenty of changes, particularly on the east side of things.
Yeah, well, Coach Ty Williams of the Pride, he said he expected a few of these Storm players in the Storm system to come back late in the week, and well, they've delivered, haven't they? The Tigers, they've got Marion Sevi coming into the centres, Billy Walters, who we know the name quite well, obviously son of Kevy, and his brother Jack will also come in on the bench as well.
Do you have any idea what position his brother plays? I haven't seen anything of Jack.
He'll be wearing the 14.
Chance he might come on and play hooker for Oswald at some stage.
And it looks like he's had 4 games this season.
Yep.
Yes, as a hooker. So keen to see how the brothers play together out there.
Only change for the Pride that we have is that Gideon Gellamosby, he's coming in.
Yeah, he'll be in for Sean Bowen. Unlucky for Sean. He'll drop back to the 18th man position there. And, you know, Gideon, he's just a game breaker, isn't he? Once he gets some ball in space and puts the foot down, it's usually 4 points on the board.
Some big news during the week for the Pride. Obviously been a difficult season for most players, and we are going to see both co-captains in David Murphy and Tom Hancock move on at the end of this one. So this will be their last home game. Yeah,
it's a bit of a... it is a sad moment to see him go, you know. Tom Hancock, an Ivanhoe's junior, has come through the club. He's played more than 100 games for the Northern Pride and just grown with the club, got the captaincy duties this year, and yeah, he's done, I reckon, a fantastic job in the leadership role, always standing up and leading by example out on the field.
Just quickly going through the lineup. So for the Pride, Safeth Chinfat at fullback, who's been somewhat a revelation since coming into the side. Sean Bowen out. That means Gellamosby in. Jarvid Bowen will play in the centres with Anari Tawala. On the other wing is Matt Muzamechi. The halves are Jared Allen of the Kangaroos and Jack Campagnolo. We just saw his brother Ben play and have a pretty good game. Matty Lemire's in the front row with David Murphy, and let's pause that right there because something bigger and better than me going through the lineups is about to sit with us. Come on in, mate. Take a seat. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Big Will Bugden is with us in studio. Hello, mate.
Hey, mate. How's it going?
All right. How are you? Classic front rower, always running late. That's fine. For those of you that haven't met Will yet, he's just seen himself on camera. You're a good-looking rooster. Not as good looking as me, but that's all right.
No.
Will, mid-season, you decided it was time to call an end to your career. Concussions were an issue, and rugby league, as far as playing for you, is done and dusted.
Yeah, that's it. It was a tough decision, but at the same time, medically they couldn't sort of tell me what the go was, so I had to sort of look inside myself and see what was the go for me.
So I've seen you know, since you retired, you've still been at all the games. You're still heavily involved with the boys, yeah?
Yeah, I can't. I love this place. I love Cairns.
Yeah.
Cairns is an unreal place, unreal people, everything like that, and anything I can do to help. If I can't help on the field, then I'll help off it.
So what's next for Big Will?
That's the question, isn't it? I don't know, mate. I haven't worked it out yet.
Yeah.
What do you do for the rest of your life?
You can take Rowan's job. I'm off him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've had enough of him.
I've had enough. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's more written, isn't he? And this is
100%.
more sort of verbal.
Can't string a conversation together.
Yeah, well, you got to think. You got to think a lot and right on your feet with this job. And he's more sort of like, I'll think about it. I'll make a draft and send it off to a friend, and they'll edit it correctly for me. Can't do that here, can you?
Mate, the gig is yours if you want it, I'm telling you.
Oh,
Hey, looking at this east side, we're just going through them before. They've made plenty of changes. One of the big ones in is Billy Walters, Kevy's son. Have you played against Billy before?
yeah, played a handful of games against him. Played with him as well. He's a cheeky little halfback, like you want them all to be. You want them to be smart asses. You want them a little bit of cheating them. So.
Yeah. And Billy's just that. And he's got his brother Jack playing with him today in the 14.
Okay. I would have played against him
Yeah.
for sure, but
He's only played a few
memory's not
games.
me thing, Elliot.
I didn't want to allude to it. You did.
Yeah, no, I'll go straight there.
Then a centre pairing for the Tigers today is a strong one. Seve will play, and Solomon Akata, who, of course, was in the Warriors system for a long time. So they're menaces through there.
I think there'd be footage of me somewhere of Marion making me look very silly in the last last final appearance we had against them. So he's definitely a tough player. Solomon, the same. They know what they're doing down that east setup.
So this will be the last home game for Dave Murphy and Tommy Hancock. We mentioned before that they will depart end of this season. A tough season as skippers, but what were they like under, I suppose, their leadership?
Mate, Dave calls himself a freak, and he is. As far as front rowers go, he's got some special talent, and I honestly couldn't think of someone that turns up more with 100% than Tom Hancock every week. I mean, his stats speak for himself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't say the game, but honestly, if a bloke's given 100% every week, it'll be Tom Hancock, and if you're going to lead, do it from the front, and that's what he's done.
All right, before I let you go, Will, and get back with the boys, give me a score prediction for today.
I think we're going to get a sneaky little win in. I think maybe 2018.
2018 to the Pride. You heard it here first. Will Bugden, really appreciate your time, mate. Nice to see you still around the club, and hopefully you stick around for a long time to come.
No worries. Thanks, Elliot.
On you, buddy. Appreciate
Keep
it.
showing up. Unreal.
Thanks,
Cheers,
bud. Appreciate it. Our main game very shortly, about to get underway. In fact, perfect timing as the Tigers have run out onto the field now. It is women in league round, which means our boys, when you see them, will be in the impressive pink kits in a second. Billy Walters will play for the Tigers, a massive in, as is Marion Seve. The centre, Solomon Akata, I mentioned before, part of the Warriors system, now part of the Storm, is playing Queensland Cup at the moment. As they are strapped for backs in that Storm system. Rowan, we were just about to fire him because Will Bugden really is a star. However, he's brought a Fanta into studio, so he's redeemed himself. No food, but that's fine. That's fine. Well, they're loading up the food now, are they? Here they come. Your Northern Pride, the last home game ever for David Murphy and Tom Hancock, the co-captains. Almost enough to bring a tear to the eye. This is going to be a close one. Buggo just had his score prediction, said Pride 20-18. He's feeling good about tonight. I'll tell you what, there's something in the air. Last home game, saying goodbye to a couple of players. I can feel it too.
Yeah, I can feel it as well. I was just down there amongst the crowd, and you can definitely feel that sense of belief. Now, there's definitely a belief that we can do it tonight.
Just looking onto ground level, Terrence Casey-Douglas, listed to start on the bench, is going to start the game. He's in the 17.
Oh, yep.
So he is going to start.
Forgot to tell you that one.
Aidan Day comes onto the bench. Can you tell me about the number 15 for the Pride? I haven't seen this bloke.
Joe Eichner. Oh, fantastic story. Actually, an American lad.
Oh, so he's the American. I've heard things.
Yes, you've heard that correctly. American. Born and raised in Florida. Got his start through, just found rugby league while he was at uni over there. Got his start through a reality TV show for the Toronto Wolfpack. Got a contract there.
And here we go. We're underway. We'll get back to Joseph when he comes on the field a little bit later on. It's the Tigers running right to left. Strong defence to start this one for the Pride. In that tackle was Tawala and Campanolo. And the Tigers will try and bring it away from their own end, this time through Marion Seve. He's played a handful of games with the Storm. A big in for the Tigers tonight.
I reckon this jersey, I'm going to have to get my hands on one of these.
The women in league. I think there's only smaller sizes left. You can buy them at Barlow Park or through the Northern Pride team store.
Well, I'm out if there's only smalls.
You are a big rig, you're right. Billy Walters, son of Kevy, another one of those late inclusions, kicks early and kicks terribly. That's out on the full.
Yeah, not what you'd expect from young Billy. The Pride will take that every day of the week.
It's just the start they wanted, and kick pressure is something we mentioned in the under-20s game, which the Tigers took out today, and it was good there to start this one from the Pride. As it will be Maurice Blair starting on that left edge to play the ball. Cannon gets another start tonight, and Casey Douglas has been rocked, and he's dropped that ball. So great contact from the Tigers, and a bit of a sloppy start to this one from both sides.
It was big contact, wasn't it? Terrence, promoted into the starting lineup, was looking for that first hit up. Just some solid defence met him there from the Tigers, as we have another look.
Middles, arms over the top.
So we mentioned before, probably a hand in that, but that's okay. We mentioned before Dave Murphy, Tommy Hancock, last home game. They'll wrap up into this season with the Pride. From what we have on paper at the moment, leadership-wise, if you were to speculate on what's here at the moment, do you see a future captain anywhere?
Let go. Go on.
It's an interesting question you raise, Elliot.
If Bobby, I don't know if Bobby Blair's going around another year. He would be.
He's the one that was coming to mind.
Yeah.
I know he has a desire to stay up north, and you know, he's working at a local school and he's enjoying his time up here. I know he'd like to stay, but I mean, all that has to be ironed out.
In the wash, as they say. That's Lavia with the ball on the 40-metre line. Chance for the Tigers early. Come out the back. The fullback is Sam Foster. And it's a good tackle from Casey Douglas trying to redeem himself after that early error. So the error is Fayud. And Chinfat takes it safely. I wonder if he's any relation, Josh Fayud, to Freddie. He was a local rugby league player up here for a long time. Now works out west. Hello to Freddie if you're watching. From the Islands. Gala Mosby, a late inclusion for the Pride. From dummy half goes to Tawala.
Solid game against South Logan from Tawala, but just missed a few tackles, so he'll be looking to rectify that tonight, I think.
Tell you what, the battle of the centres is mouth-watering today. Javid Bowen and Anari Tawala taking on Marion Seve and Solomon Akata. The amount of NRL experience between that's pretty impressive.
Certainly is, and it's. I think we're going to see a bit of fireworks out wide. They've got the ability to just put on some points, don't they?
Oh, Chinfat, as trying to pick that up, has knocked it on. 6 more is the call, so no advantage. It'll be Pride ball. Oh, sorry, no, it was not played it, so it's going to be Tigers ball, unfortunately. If he just got that cleanly, Chinfat, he was in.
He looked away, didn't he?
I am looking forward to the kind of player he's going to be next season with a full pre-season under his belt. He was picked up midway through the season after playing good footy with Suburbs here locally. And he's been a bright light in a bit of a dim season. He gets a pre-season under his belt, Safers. He could be anything.
It's an exciting prospect, absolutely. And Ty Williams, every time you see him sort of talk about Chinny, he's definitely got a smile on his face. He's loving what he sees out there. And I think it caught him by surprise a bit when he brought him into the team. Wasn't sure what to expect, but it's just been great guns so far, hasn't he?
Walters goes to Puna, who is taken 27 metres out from the line. Walters back into dummy half. Brett Grenke now. Barking orders. He's the skipper. He's 20 metres out and taken. Big scary unit he is. Heath Wilson taking the ball forward. Opportunity for the Tigers early on here. They'd love first points. Walters spreads the ball. It's a beautiful ball out wide. The don't argue's not bad either.
That's some nice defensive work there. No, it isn't.
Yeah,
Did he get that down?
Yeah, I think he's rolled and got it down as the Tigers winger. Forgive my pronunciation, but Isaac Lumi, I don't know. Apologies to Isaac and his family. No one came in and let us know pronunciations before the game, so we are guessing. 4 points to 0, Tigers lead. 6 minutes gone, first half.
I don't believe he's got there still. I'm just going to...
You don't think he got it down? I thought he did. So, because when he rolled over, he rolled in the perfect spot just to plant the ball right there. If he's held onto the ball, which we can't see from here, he's got that down.
Yeah, just looking at the Pride players' faces there.
They were blowing up, weren't they?
It looked like their faces looked like he got it down. That's what I'll say.
Hey, mate, we were just having a chat about the 10 metres. So,
Opportunity for the Tigers to go 6-0 up in this one. In what has been a beautiful day here at Barlow Park. Had some cool evenings so far in Cairns the last few days. It'll be interesting to see what we get down to later on tonight.
Snuggle weather.
Almost.
As I like to call it.
What? Sorry? Go.
We'll leave that there.
No, we won't. As the kick's waved away, it's what weather? Snuggle weather.
Snuggle, yeah.
Snuggling who? Me and you.
Whoever you can find, really, at this point.
This is a low point for us. Wow. Snuggle
saying
weather.
Well, what would you call it?
Winter. Cold.
Yeah.
Pizza weather. Back underway. We spoke about Chinfat's restarts. Last game not being deep enough. That is on the money right there. It's a good one, and that means that's the difference between them starting the set at the 20 and inside the 10.
Look at that. They're only 8 metres out from their own line here.
Kick. And the line speed pretty good to start this set as well from the right edge of the Pride. Tommy Hancock involved there, as was Campanolo. They popped through a couple, though. Chris Oswald.
Just casting.
It's not acceptable. Play the ball, but you're on him.
Got there offside, I think. Just casting the mind back 2 weeks ago to the last home game here against Norths. There definitely seems to be the Pride are showing a bit more gusto with their defensive line here.
More intent, and they had to be. They were embarrassed last time. Had 62 points put on them. At home, it can't happen. People pay good money to come and watch the games. People will take the time and effort to watch Pride TV from all over the northern parts of Australia. And I'd be very surprised if there was a similar scoreline tonight. I think this will be a much tighter tussle. As we've got 8 minutes gone first half. Tigers up by 4. Another opportunity for them to score here, though. Early days, their halfback looks good. Fayud. Nice ball almost through there was Puna, and he's taken down 20 metres out.
Terrence, go, 2.
Through the hands to the captain, Grenke.
Been busy, hasn't he?
He's barking orders at the back and running the ball hard. Wish I could pull off a man bun like that. 10 metres out. Geez, they're an opportunity to crash over again here. They've rolled him over, so I think he's held up, but Lavia went really close.
They just looked a bit casual there.
We spoke about line speed. It was non-existent on that occasion.
Sam, it's on the whistle. Hold.
Everyone was waiting for the other person to make the tackle.
Can't have that. Oswald comes to this near side. Again, it's Fayud. Great hit. Tuala.
He's off. Cheeky little goosey, maybe a half goosey.
We'll give it half points for a goosey. One goosey count
tonight. Don't get too excited just yet.
Tuala again after good work in defence. Forced the error on Sam Foster.
Getting a working over in the tackle there.
Gala Mosby going nowhere.
Good to see him back on the field. Would have lined up for the Pride last week, I heard, but just come over with a bit of an illness. It's a bit of a flu for the young Gala Mosby.
Bit cold this time of year.
It's going around, isn't it?
Had no one to snuggle for snuggle weather, so.
Mate, he's not the only one.
Casey Douglas. We are taking girlfriend applications for Rowan. Campanolo kicks on the 4th. Goes high too from well inside his half. It's a great kick. It's knocked on. Foster's had an unhappy start to this one. That is set to continue. A brilliant kick, though, from Campanolo.
You said it. It went astronomically high. I did not know if it was going to come down, to be honest.
Well, it went high and it went a long way. And I don't think there's much of a breeze out there, so he's just obviously got a giant hoof on it.
It's like a meteor. It just picked up speed as it was coming down to earth, wasn't it?
Didn't it? This would be the perfect round to find you a girlfriend. Women in League round today, celebrating the magnificent women in our region in rugby league. Mums, daughters, girlfriends, wives. We thank you very much for your contribution, and today is a special one for you. Dave Murphy, his girlfriend Soraya. Have you met her? He is punching. I don't know what she's thinking. Campanolo to Tuala. Chance here for the Pride to hit back. They're 15 metres out. Cannon goes to this far side. It was a short ball to Lemire, who just had a look. And that pressure is let off straight away.
Unfortunate.
That'll be a penalty. Earned the right to play the ball quickly to Sam Foster, who makes up for that earlier error. And just like that, the pressure valve is released.
Yeah, just a bit sloppy there coming out of their own end.
He's impressive. The 7, Fired, Josh Fired for the Tigers. Looks a good player.
On the tap. Hold here. Hold.
Carter.
You're early. Maurice,
I hate to be a fanboy, but I'm excited watching him in the flesh.
Off that ball.
Watched him play a number of games for the Warriors.
Isn't he a champion player?
Well, they called him Conrad Hurrell 2.0. Very similar build and playing style. Hurrell now applying his trade for the Rhinos over in Leeds.
Number 7.
Another penalty to the Tigers. They're starting to rack up here. Just hanging on over the Pride. 11.5 minutes gone first half. Down 4 to the Tigers, who are sitting in 8th spot in the Intrust Super Cup. Big g'day wherever you're watching today. Pride TV, it's all thanks to C-Swift, keeping Northern Australia connected. If you're shipping cargo, check out C-Swift online today.
That's all. Let go. Hold. Go 1.
Wrestle in that one. Grenke was the man tackled. Lavia.
Had a good battle with Lamia last time out down in Brisbane.
Lavia and Lamia.
East winners on that day, 40-22.
Fired with a nice ball, a short one at that to Bill Cullen.
Hold. Go 3.
Is that the vampire in the Twilight movies? Fired.
Enough.
Edward.
Square.
Did you watch that
I don't
during
know how I
Snuggle
know
Weather?
that. That's,
Short ball is a poor one. Poor old Sammy Foster had no hope there. Just a little overexcited. Edward Cullen.
Yes, East winning last time, 40-22, as I said. That was the day when young Scott Drinkwater made his return from an injury and tore us up. Obviously, he's at the Cowboys now.
Playing pretty good footy too.
Yeah, always rated him. Well, they tipped him, didn't they, as the next in line after Billy, but he was sort of injured. Hughes got a run first, and he's been a sensation as well.
The right signing too, because there was talks about them waiting for Holmes if the NFL thing didn't work out, but the way his contract's lined up, he's assured a spot in that practice squad for the Jets, so he'll play at least one season there, which means he won't be available to start next season. Scotty Drinkwater, a very handy replacement. Cannon, there's no certainty. His contract would be quite an expensive one. Valentine Holmes.
Cannon's second game starting at hooker for the Pride.
Good opportunity for him as we're 13.5 minutes into this one rather. 4-0 is the score. Tigers leading as Bobby Blair takes it forward.
He's played maybe 4 or 5 off the bench, but yeah, second game starting.
Lamia
slipped up a bit high and the ref has caught it.
So the
I think it was offside actually.
Marcus called up there for being too deep, not square.
Something wasn't right.
Sense it. Campanolo, whose kicking game's been good early. Forced an error earlier. How good are these pink kits?
On the tap.
Big fan. Not surprised to hear there's not many left.
Selling like hotcakes, I'm told. David Murphy taking it forward, as always, looking for an offload, turning his back. There's a bit of Dave Clemmer about his play.
He gets in that position, doesn't he? Just makes it always a threat.
Luckily, nothing Dave Clemmer about his hairline as Casey Douglas is taken down 12 metres out. On the second, Campanolo to the line. Hancock, he's hit pretty hard there. Strong contact from Seve, who jammed in.
The crowd would go up if one of the co-captains could get over the line, I tell you.
Not wrong. Jared Allen hasn't had a lot to do early. Just tucks Lemire back inside and underneath. Allen has it this time. The ball to Bowen. Java, that is, with Sean not playing tonight. Bobby Blair on the last. You're going to have to kick here. Cannon does that. It's a good one. Gella Mosby, I think, is knocked on. He has, and it's back to the 20. But Cannon, the speed he got that ball from his hands to his feet was impressive.
It looked like they muffed it there on the last, but showed some initiative there, Quinlan. Just drop it onto the toe, and Gideon, he was always going to win the race. It was just, could he get it down? And the answer was no.
Jeez, the line speed was very good from the Tigers, if not offside.
Flew through.
I think it was a chance.
Tom to the side, not on him. Here we are, hold.
Tigers now working it away from their own end. Good run there. Put flat on his back, though, by Dave Murphy and Casey Douglas.
Just let him up. You're locking him in. Go 2.
Carter looking for some work. It's a strong charge. Cannon is hanging on for dear life. Credit to him. With the help of others, they eventually drag him down. Carter picks up a good 20 metres, though. They're on the front foot here after a quick play of the ball. Sharp feet on this occasion from Seve, so they go centre to centre in the 2 tackles.
Hold. Go 4.
McKinley.
That's what you want, the ball in the hands of those NRL stars.
And that's a nice hole run by the big bopper and Heath Wilson. He's taken on the last, but a great set from the Tigers leaves them about 13 metres out from the Pride line. They go far side. Walters looks inside. He is going to lose the ball on the last. This will be 0, and Chin Fat will get it up over the 10.
Nice hands there and good reactions from Chin Fat.
Go 0.
Gideon getting into dummy half and throwing it away. I'd like to see him take a quick run. He's not getting the play the ball speed he wants, I think.
Yeah, I think you're bang on the money. The forwards are pretty tired early too. 17 minutes gone in this one. Tommy Hancock plays the ball. Cannon. Casey Douglas wraps up the ball on this occasion after an earlier error.
I like this bloke. Terrence Casey Douglas, big fan.
He's only young too, isn't he? Earns his team a penalty. He's 19.
Yeah, 20 or 19, yep.
We speak about women in league round. I always see on his Instagram, he's posting about the missus. Very much in love. Some would say whipped.
This is Terrence.
Oh, mate. Terrence, all over him. He is a big, gentle giant. Love to see it. I hope he's in the final for a long time to come. Doing some good work in the communities as well, as Cannon jumps into dummy half. Here is the Lovebird.
Doesn't look like much of a lovebird with the ball in hand, does he?
He's a man mountain out of Normanton. We've spoken about his story before. He used to drive 5 hours just to play junior footy ground. So we talk about as Chin Fat's through here. And he's dropped the ball, unfortunately, at the last minute. That is one thing that's let him down a little bit as he's come in this season. He's an attacking machine, but just the hands sometimes let him down.
Sort of East player knocked that one out. Obviously, probably not played at, but
Hold. Go 1.
he can hit a hole, and he's proven very difficult to take down as well, Chin Fat.
Alarmingly quick too. Quickly back to Casey Douglas. Yeah, 5 hours. His parents are driving to junior sporting grounds. As Carter is away here. He's thrown a horrible ball though. I don't know. I reckon one of the Pride players is maybe called for that. I'm not sure. It was absolutely no one. While we got a second, Casey Douglas, the 5-hour journey from Normanton to junior games, and I'm sure his mum did a lot of that driving. It's another reason why we are celebrating the Women in League round in the Queensland Cup this round.
Let's go, guys. Start
He
bringing
won't be
it
too
in.
happy with his winger. Surely he had to be there.
His winger's here.
I think he thought the touchy was his winger.
Similar kind
On
of,
the line
I
here,
suppose,
gents.
bright fluoro jerseys. Who knows?
On the line, boys. In here on the 20.
Bellamy won't want to see the highlights of that from Carter. He's looking for a spot in the Storm.
You don't want to see him get too much more space like that. He won't make that mistake again, I don't think.
Outside up. Head down, John. Let's go.
Terrence Casey Douglas. I think he was driving from Normanton to Mount Isa.
Hip square.
It's a fair way.
Good on him. It's all paid off. He's only 19. He's got the world in front of him. As 20 minutes has gone in this first half. Still 4-0 the Tigers lead. Tuala off the scrum. Standing flat-footed, so he's got nowhere to go but back. Cannon.
Hold. Go 1.
As Tommy Hancock takes the settler forward, that's really strong contact over the top, and they are winning this battle in the middle at the moment, the Tigers. Pride are hanging in though. Lemire tries to brush off one. He'll play the ball just short of the 35. That was very quick work from marker. Bobby Blair now.
Very quick, almost impossible to get there in that time.
What are you trying to say? It was a penalty.
He was off.
Lemire again on the last. Better carry this time. Cannon in at dummy half on the last. Campanolo goes to the heavens again. This one's going to hit the solar system once more. Eventually comes down to Sam Foster. And he takes it safely on this occasion.
Getting some purchase on that ball, isn't he?
Isn't he what? I think his kicking game's gotten better than I can remember from the start of the season, Campanolo. Obviously been working on it. They go to the far side on this occasion.
Offload. Still 2 here.
The offload's a good one.
Good tackle, but it was a good offload indeed.
Winger to winger. It's McKinley that's eventually taken down.
Hold. Go 3.
Right side's good.
Carter again has carried the ball strongly to start this one.
Just looks like busting through every time, doesn't he?
He does. He's a
Just stand
very
up.
strong lad.
Go.
Play the ball was average, but it's play on. Billy Walters, I think that is taken down. His brother on the bench today, you mentioned earlier, Owen.
12's pulled up a short.
Young Jack. Hasn't played much footy this season. 4 games for the Tigers, so keen to see him have a run.
We spoke to Will Bugden before, who's played a number of games with and against Billy Walters. Said he's a big fan. He's an absolute serial pest. Has minimal markers, but that is a very tight touchline. He's running down his Campanolo. Yeah, said Billy was a pest. Didn't know much about Jack, so I look forward to seeing him come on today in the 14.
Chris John. Hold. Go. 3.
Well, if you're playing in the halves and you're not a pest, I mean,
you're not doing your job right.
You're not going far.
Go 4.
Yeah, another homecoming too, I should mention today for the
Oh,
Tigers.
Hancock, big shot.
Arms out.
They're saying the arms were out. It wasn't a shoulder charge. See a replay of that. Just a good shot there on Dave Murphy. He was absolutely rocked.
My goodness.
He needs 10.
He's going to bounce awkwardly. No. Pops up.
Good.
Run 10.
That was Hancock to Murphy there, and I don't think Murphy was too happy.
Let's go to here.
Skipper to skipper.
Set him up for a nasty shot, didn't he?
Who's going to have the better swan song? Both of our co-captains finishing up with the Pride end of this season. This is their last home game, so hopefully send them off the right way. A win would be lovely. Seve with a carry.
Pride are definitely in the fight so far.
Popping off.
Oh, that was a good run there. Thought he was going to poke through.
So did I.
Go 4.
Popping off his right foot was Bill Cullen. This is the last now.
Tackle there.
So fire to dummy half, which means they look for Walters, you would think, at the back. They'll find him. He'll go to the air, which is a hot spot early today in the 20s with the sun out. Not as difficult on this occasion. And Gallum Osby.
Ball's in front and inside the 10. You're offside, number 4.
Solomon Carter there. He's been pinned for being offside. Oh, Jarvid Bowen looked to tap for a second. You don't want to do that, pinned inside your own 10.
Keep the defence on their toes. I like it. Just the old faux tap.
That's what I don't get, though. What you've got a kick there, an opportunity to take it 20, 30, 40 metres upfield. You kick it 2 metres out. You start the set on the 10.
You're all right now?
Yeah.
Just a nice replay of Campanolo's kick there.
Billy, now, hold. Hold here, 17, hold. Go 1.
Nice right foot on him, doesn't he?
Dave Murphy rumbling forward. He's 30 metres out.
Chris, a step. Chris. Go 2.
We've got a substitution out there. Looks like we do. Paddy Gallen.
Strong. Now, Bill, lock in here.
Not sure if he's coming on earlier than expected or if
short ball.
Cannon's picked up an injury.
Chris again. Lock in all the way here.
Matt Lemire's off as well. 16 minutes remain in this first half. Aiden Days on the field for Lemire. He's a ball player on that occasion. First time I've seen him in the 13. Has played most of his games with the Pride in the front row. Patrick Gallen again, this time to Campanolo. It's a good-looking kick. Musamechi might be able to get a boot on this. No. And tell you what, it's pretty brave from the fullback in Sam Foster to clean up there.
Go 1.
Yeah, showed some grit there, the Tigers fullback.
Up to the 20 they go, the Tigers, in what has been an arm wrestle this first half.
It's a cheeky little move, the kick there. It's Campanolo put it in, I think.
Yeah, his kicking game's been good to start this one.
Musamechi.
Here,
Maybe 2 weeks ago they probably wouldn't have tried that, but you know, they're willing to try a few things now.
That ball flat at best for Tyrone Amy, who's on the field now for the Tigers. Just overran that one. Did enough though.
Outside.
Fired to kick outside the 40. Centre field. Musamechi, the Greek god, hits it on the bounce, gets up over the 35. And just the last 3 or 4 minutes, the Pride are winning this field position battle. Gallum Osby, Jarvid Bowen, over halfway, looking to offload. Manages to hold on to it though.
Stand up. Hold here. Hold. Go. 2.
Allen at dummy half. Gallum Osby looking for more work. It's a good carry. He picks up 10 metres. Pride just getting a roll on here. Introduction to Gallen's been a good one. Dave Murphy again.
1 in.
Been busy early in his last game.
Hold. Chris, you're early. 4. Now, Chris.
Home game.
Hancock looking for the offload, and as he popped the left arm out, it has fallen out the ball, and the pressure is relieved again for the Tigers. We'll stay at 4-0 with 14 minutes remaining.
Hold. Go 0.
Another chance there going begging.
Keep going.
Play on is the call, popped out the back. Jack Svensson, the old Far North Queensland boy. Big welcome back to the Far North.
Tom, let's go
Playing with the
here.
Tigers, living in Brizzy now.
Go, 2.
Yeah, try to get out your left side. Stay there, Ethan. If you
Found an
can.
interesting barber wherever he's
Release
living.
now, left side, let's go.
There's a few around.
Oh, there.
Hold. Go, 3.
The footy
Yeah,
way.
that's good.
Oswald
Thank you.
Walters hangs on to it on this occasion rather
Move
than giving it to
together,
Carter,
left
who I think
again.
wanted that one.
Hold. Go, 4.
Hey, good
On the
again,
fourth
man.
now, it's Svensson with his second carry for the set. Hits, spins, but is taken down in a good
Square, all
tackle
the way here.
by who else but Bobby Blair. This is the last.
Late.
Walters has done a lot of the
Okay, all
kicking
chases are good.
and says, you know what, let's have a barbecue and a breather with 13 minutes remaining and keep it at 4-0. Tell you what, I think both teams will be happy for the rest. It's been pretty fast, this one.
It's been a good contest. Only the 4 points scored so far, but it's been pretty end-to-end stuff, and both teams, throwing their
Let's
all
go,
at
boys.
it.
Let's start coming in. East. Let's start coming in.
I'd like to see, we saw that last attacking set for the Pride, inside that sort of 20 hot zone. On the fourth, we're still
Let's
running
go,
one out
boys.
plays to our
East,
forwards.
let's
You'd
go.
like to see them go one pass further out the back, open up some space.
So hip square, 6.
So
Speed.
Ty Williams, jacket out.
New jackets.
You know you're from FNQ when it's 20 degrees, you
Torrent,
get the jackets
Jack
on.
here, left side to me.
I think they are new jackets.
Hold. Go on.
Maybe they missed the memo. To be fair, I think they're off me because I forgot my polo shirt, so I had no more areas.
Chris now.
think I lost
Josh
it.
here. Hold. Go, 2.
Who knows? Paddy Gallen to Murphy, takes it over the 40 and then some. Looked up for the offload, but he's wrapped up by about 40 people. Doesn't matter, he
nice.
still gets it away. Gallen, quick feet, shows the ball. He's inside halfway.
Hold. Just stand up. Go, 3. Don't
Well, not
play
rolling
on
out of the way is the defender.
Had a case there, I think.
I think you're probably right. Jared Allen on this occasion, we're seeing is more of a ball running 5'8" than anything. It's been solid to start this one though. Campanolo inside to Chinfat, bumps off one. Can't get away though from Tyrone Amy.
all the way here.
And Svensson came back to help as well. They go short side to Campanolo. The kick is a bit of a nothing one. For how good his kicking game's been, you'd like that one backward, Jack.
Yeah, just didn't seem to get as much on it as he hoped, I think. Wanted to find some grass or at least, give his teammates the opportunity to challenge that one.
12 minutes remain here in the first half. Still just 4 points is the deficit for the Pride. In a battle of the middle so far, and it's been a good one too. Nice crowd here at Barlow Park too for Women in League round.
Yeah, the crowd just
Here we are, hold for it,
being a
Dave.
bit quiet so far. They'd love to
Go,
see the
4.
Pride put some points on the board.
Well, what the Tigers have done well is they've kept the ball really away from their own 20. There hasn't been more than, I reckon, 2 or 3 tackles for the Pride inside there.
Minnow needs 10.
Walters a bit of a dribbler that goes to Muzamechi. Nice hands, gets it up to the 40.
Jared, no more.
Campanolo to dummy half.
He
Well,
got him in there.
you've got to
Play
get
on.
out of the way,
One.
don't you?
Walking forward.
Campanolo's going to have to take this tackle. Another.
Josh, stand up. Here, Sam.
Yeah,
Hold.
know.
Go, 2.
Well, the rule state you have to make an attempt to roll out of the way, and if you're just sitting there, then every right to blow a penalty. That's all right. It's been a fast game because there hasn't been many. I'm okay with that. Gallen to Jarvid Bowen. Speaking of fast, they're on a roll here, the Pride. Quick play the ball is what Bowen wants. Gets it.
Nice.
Gallen looks one way, goes the other. Nice ball inside today from Allen.
Hey,
Last tackle, Sam.
that was Chinfat last set running that line. Would like to see him get it there.
I think this is the last. Casey Douglas is taken, and on the last, that really need to get out the back to their playmakers.
Easy, easy.
When you've got options out there like the Bowens, the Tuala, Muzamechi, Gallen Mosby, you need to give your backs a chance to chase a
Right,
kick.
all set it. Here we are,
Yeah,
get square,
needed an
14.
attacking end to that set.
14.
Obviously not the
Square up.
worst
Let's go.
place to end
Yeah,
up, but
don't balk. Go. No tackle.
points were required there, I think.
Great line speed, Tommy Hancock. Trapped
Tom,
inside the 10
stand
here
up.
on the
He's out 10 here.
first.
Hold. Go on, David, not square.
Big
1.
set in defence here from the Pride, I'm thinking.
That's looking for a shot there.
2 tackles in there, proving me right.
Hold. Go, 2.
Just under 10 minutes to go in this first half. 4-0, Tigers still leading this one. Arm wrestle continues.
Tommy Hancock, he must be on 20 tackles already.
Go, 3. Marker gets there.
He eats him up, doesn't he? Casey Douglas
Ball here.
in on that tackle. Threatening to poke through. I think that's Seve.
Hold.
It
Go,
is.
4.
On the fourth now. Fired with a bit of room to move out the back. Does so. Finds Walters, who links up. Jared Bowen.
Last tackle, Jared.
Oh, you've just grabbed on a little bit early there. Play on was the call on the last now. Walters will kick. Does so. Finds space through the middle of Muzamechi and Chinfat. I've noticed they've stayed away from Chinfat with most of their kicks at the back. He hasn't had much room to move.
A definite ploy, I'd say. Obviously proving to be a pretty damaging ball runner since coming into the competition mid-season.
The field's just gotten a whole lot more American because your man, number 15, has just entered the field.
Smoking Joe, as we, well, I don't know if anyone calls him that actually, but
I think anyone does, that's fine.
I do now.
Joe Eichner. So you said he was part of a reality rugby league TV show. I think I watched that one. It was on one of the Fox Sports, whatever it was called.
Yeah, with the Toronto Wolfpack.
The Rookie, I think it was
going
called.
through North America just to find a few recruits. In the end, 18.
Oh.
Hang on, we'll just
Jack Svensson back in Cairns, looking for a brouhaha.
Back away.
Don't pick a fight with Gellum Osby.
Aiden, back in. Aiden, back here.
He'll smile you to death,
Stand up.
I think.
Don't hold him, Jack.
Gideon.
Don't react. Wait. Hold for it.
Cheeky grin on his face always.
Wait. It's going to be 4. Jack, leave it. Go,
They will
4.
play the ball eventually.
They'd be old teammates, I think, wouldn't they?
If they weren't teammates, they would have played against each other a lot locally. That's a poor offload from Murphy.
Yeah.
Here it is. Hold here. Hold. Go.
And I would never... Dave Murphy does a job week in, week out. One thing is that he does sometimes force that offload. As the contact is strong from the Pride, and even Solomon Akata can't stay in. 4 or 5 in that. That's tremendous defence.
Solomon.
I've got number 2 from Pride pushing down on the neck of number 4.
Carter just saying good on you there, I think.
I think we're just going to... We'll listen to the ref here because I think there may be a penalty to the Tigers.
Captain.
That's not right.
You want me to come in or stay here?
Here you go. Pride. You captain, Dave.
Something untoward.
Get in. After the tackle, you've got your player pushing down on the neck on the player on the ground. Get in, it's on report. It's going to be a penalty to East here.
Mark's right here, mate, in line with me.
It was in touch, wasn't it?
So it was in touch, that's
Forgive
correct.
me, but I missed it. So Gellum Osby's been penalised, not for during the tackle. Afterwards, they're saying he pushed down on the neck of Carter. I mean, he's out of shot, so...
I've told David we're going.
I've seen that not penalised. I've seen that as just a celebration for a tackle many a time, but...
Okay,
Again, not being ground level, it's hard to know. Anyway, a great bit of work is undone by ill discipline.
Go.
And the Tigers have a chance to attack here with 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Can they extend their lead? Can the Pride hang on?
Here we are. Hold.
What the stories unfolding in this one, including, I reckon, the earliest bout of cramp I've ever heard of from John Puna.
Not what you want, is it?
Just one here.
First half cramp.
The sumo wrestler style shorts there at the back.
14 up. Lock in.
From Svensson.
Go. 2.
Fayud, who's been dangerous to start, links up with his fullback. Just out the back, Seve had to reach for that one. And it dies with McKinley after good scrambling defence by Muzamechi and Tawala. Fayud. Off to Cullen.
Stand together. He's out 10.
12 metres out are the Tigers here. Fayud again getting his hands on everything. Shimmy to go one way again. They get it out to Seve. Seve looking to push his way over. He's held up. And I'll tell you what, tip of the cap to Tawala and Muzamechi combining well defensively on this edge.
Yeah, they looked
Line him up, Al.
looked shot out there, to be honest. I thought Sevi, with his class and his NRL quality, was going to get there, but some toughness shown from the outside backs for the Pride there.
Last go.
This will be the last chance to set up a kick. They'll go to Walters again, you would think, who will go to the air. Does so. Gellum Osby just a bit further infield than he would have liked, which meant that he was in strife. Luckily knocked on
Then East knock on
by the Tigers. I thought Gellum Osby's went back. You could see, though, Gideon looked like he came up a long way.
Sorry? I spoke to David, Tom.
Oh, touch and go.
Let's go. I've got forward.
Let's
Let's
be lucky
back in
there.
the scrum.
Tigers to get the ball back, but anyway, more defence for the Pride. with 5.5 remaining in this first half.
I'll follow. Heads in, let's go!
Tigers love some more points.
I didn't love a sneaky one before the
Don't
half
strike
time,
early.
but
Just
at
feed.
the wrong end of the field right now.
That's it. Feed. Out. Watch the scrum, Steve.
Going out the back here, fired, gets early ball, out to one of his big boppers on the field. Fresh is Shane Newman. He's taken down.
Go one.
Not far away from the gold line. It's a long ball. Geez, great defence. Scrambling defence at that from the Pride. Aiden Day, who's been at everything since coming on. Heath Wilson will play it. Billy Walters throws a dummy, sold it almost. He's through. He's in after all that defence. Well, they look strong. They look good, the Pride. Walters makes them look silly. And it's now an 8-point lead to the Tigers.
3:15 will be the time on the clock, boys.
Well, it's not what you want with 4 and a bit to go in the first half. They look good defensively, the Pride, in that set. But that was, it has to be said, pretty soft to finish. Dummied, popped off the right. Jared Allen drops off here. Paddy Gallen misses. Dayton's out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, I've acknowledged that. What I need from you, Jack, is to not react. No,
Very
wait.
unfortunate.
If you do react, the penalty's going to go in the stew. Thanks. What was the time?
Walters doing the kicking again.
3 minutes 15.
Yeah, thank you.
Mate, no issues on the 10 metres. Continue working, bringing them back with you. It's getting a result, but it's looking good so far from a 10 metre perspective.
Kick is successful. Walters delivers the extra 2 points. So it's 10-0. Tigers leading. 3 and a bit to go in this first half at Barlow Park. Been a grind for both sides. Tigers just managing to get inside the Pride's 20 a little bit more than our lads have been able to do at this stage. I'd like to see what we could do with the ball in that area, but I have to credit the Tigers. The defence has been good, and they're winning this field position battle. Again, Chinfat goes deep. His kickoffs have been a lot better this week. And once more, they'll start the set from about the 10-metre line, just outside the Tigers.
Square up here. Hold. Go.
Dummy half is Foster. Goes short side.
Lost legs. Jack now. Get square. Hold. Go. 2.
Tigers on the second. Fired goes out the back. This occasion, I think it's Tyrone Amy who's wrapped up.
He's at 10. Hold. Go. 3.
Okay, right side needs a step, mate.
Walters goes out to Svensson. The 15 tonight for the Tigers.
Clear off now.
Get in that one from Allen.
Here. Go. 4. They're good.
The old Cairns boy getting a bit of treatment today. Walters is taken on the last, which means Fired will have to kick.
Go. Not late.
Does so
Inside.
after a ball that was low. Gets a kick away. And that is out on the full. Todd Williams, I tell you what, coach managed to get out of that one just. He's coming straight for him. He's probably used to catching them in his playing career. Got out of the way on that occasion. Well, an opportunity here for the Pride. 2 minutes remain in the first half. If they can get some points back, I tell you what, it'll probably be just deserved. Paddy Gallen now, after Cannon started this one in the 9. Gallen came on after about 20 minutes. Murphy out the back. I like that. Campanolo, Chinfat. Just a bit of variety rather than just the one-out stuff. Gallen to Eichner, the American we spoke of earlier. First chance we got to see him tonight with the ball. Gallen goes to dummy half, right to the line. Allen, a lovely ball to Blair. Oh, Blair's dropped the ball. He was in and he was over. Might have been slapped out. They're saying knock on. It was a beautiful ball from Jared Allen. And Bobby Blair, every right to be disappointed there because the setup play was good. I thought the plays earlier to it where we saw Murphy go at the back and let his playmakers have the ball was excellent. That is 4 points gone begging with a minute to go in the first half. Great ball. And Svensson just did enough.
You got to get through on the inside.
He was in there, was Bobby.
Let's go. Let's start coming in. I'm going cut, boys. Head in, Javed. Let's go. Hip square, Billy. Hip square. Feed. Out. Thanks, Billy.
Carter will take it off the scrum. Just over 30 seconds remaining in this first half. 1-on-1 strip attempt. Gallen.
6 more.
Six more to the Tigers. Clever, though, from the hooker. He almost had that. Carter will try again. Ball security will be a must for him here. Almost went in with a raised knee there.
Tackle 2. Ball down, ball down.
Let's have a listen to the referee here.
Leave it. Here. Simon, put the ball down. Ball down. Ball down, ball down.
Give them everything, man.
Put the ball down. Me too. Player safety.
Yeah, oh, come on, mate.
Yeah.
What tackle?
2.
2.
Yeah, yeah.
In back play here. So Tommy Hancock, the co-captain's last home game, be an unfortunate way for it to end if that's what's happening here. He doesn't look well. Whether it's a shoulder, I don't know. I thought Solomon Carter could have easily been penalised there for a raised knee into the tackle. Wasn't to be.
He's making his way off. It's going to be tackle 2 when we go. 4 had the ball.
We've got the clock paused with 19 seconds to go.
Steve, he didn't have anything.
Just looking at
No, I
Tommy
didn't, mate,
Hancock,
no.
he's really not well. He's coming off the field now.
Just wait. It's going off.
Hopefully that's not
Yeah,
the
we'll
last
let
we've seen
someone
of
on.
him at Barlow
Yeah.
Park.
Okay,
I mean, Casey Douglas coming back on for the last
Yeah, we'll let him
few
set.
seconds.
It'll be 2 when we go.
And it's actually a head knock that he's got.
Go, all good.
It's going to be tackle 2.
Pretty
Don't
dusty.
balk.
I think HIA may be involved
Go,
there.
2.
On the second tackle, the Tigers, the ball just out in front there. They do well enough to rumble
Stand together.
forward.
Here we are.
10 seconds remain.
Hold.
Foster
Go.
into dummy half. One out stuff, you would think, to end this half. It's a strong shot, though, from Eichner, the American. Has absolutely belted him there. The penalty's awarded for what? Won't matter too much. End of the first half. Unless they want to kick a long way for touch and try the field goal. We'll see. 10-0 Tigers lead.
Yep.
We'll stay that way unless something miraculous happens. They may just do that, you know. Just inside the 40. Wouldn't be surprised to see one pass and the 1-pointer here.
Jack,
Let's have a
hold for
look.
the tap. Hold. Go.
Fired. No, they're going to go the play. Out the back,
through.
Walters
He
goes
goes
to
through.
his fullback. Inside is Solomon Akata. And he is wrapped up. That is half-time. 10 points to 0, but the Pride, a real chance towards the end of that first half. Bobby Blair dropping the ball over the line, unfortunately.
So
Otherwise, it could have been a very different game. We'll go down to Rowan's sideline. I think he's got Quinlan Cannon with him.
Cheers, Elliot, down here with Quinlan Cannon. Second game starting in hooker, mate. How are you finding it, the new role?
Look, I mean, I'm enjoying it. Tonight's pretty quick. The last few games actually have been pretty quick. It's obviously physical out there, but I think we're doing pretty well in the middle and across the field.
Last home game, you boys are making a game out of it so far, only 10-0 down. What's the plans for the second half?
Look, the plan for the second half, I'd just say just to stick it in there. We're doing well in D, and just got to hold the footy, obviously. In our last home game, we just want to do it for the crowd and everyone else, for the supporters.
No worries, Quinlan. I'll let you get in there with the boys, man. Thanks very much. Back up to you, Elliot.
One of the good guys is Quinlan Cannon. 10-0 here at halftime, Barlow Park. The Tigers are up. Anyone's game, though, in the second half. We'll take a short break and come back with all the second half action after this.
Like any business, you're searching for an edge that can help you increase your sales, reduce your cash expenses, and increase your profits. The answer is Bartercard. To find out how Bartercard can improve your bottom line, contact us today. Like any business, you're searching for an edge that can help you increase your sales, reduce your cash expenses, and increase your profits. The answer is Bartercard. To find out how Bartercard can improve your bottom line, contact us today.
Back down here at Barlow Park, lovely to have your company for round 22 of the Intrust Super Cup. The Northern Pride taking on the East Tigers in what is the Bartercard Women in League round. Bartercard doing an awesome job sponsoring this one. They're connecting businesses and connecting people. You can check them out for more. Maybe you've got a new business that you've set up. You've got a business that's rolling, but you need a bit more help connecting yourself to people. That is where these guys come in. You can find out more at bartercard.com.au, or you can call 1300 Barter. My name's Elliot Lovejoy with Rowan Sparks up here in the commentary box. The score at half-time has the Tigers 10 leading the Pride 0, but it's been a grind.
It has, and well, the score could be anything, really. I mean, it's been end-to-end footy, both teams showing their hands, and the Tigers just having the edge over the Pride at the moment.
Now, Bobby Blair, it could have been a very different scoreline. He got a short ball from Jared Allen that was lovely. It was looking like crashing over. Jack Svensson from the Tigers must have just got a hand in during the tackle. It popped out, but Bobby was about to fall over and score.
They showed that they're capable of getting over the line, but hopefully they can be first to strike in the second half and make a real game of it.
Just about time for the players to come back out onto the field. Before we get there, though, just a quick look through here. Billy Walters, he was one of the try scorers for the Tigers in that one. He's looked pretty good in the sixth. But I tell you what, their halfback, Josh Fayud, he is probably running 80% of this offense.
Yeah, it was a bit surprising, I guess, with the name like Billy Walters coming into the team. We probably expected him to take the reins a bit and control the side, but as you said, Josh Fayed is really stepping up.
Isn't it? The Tigers are about to come out. How good are some of the shots that the Camos get of the people in the crowd and even having a wonderful time? Last home game of the season, of course. Dave Murphy, Tom Hancock, the co-captains, their last games here at Barlow Park. I wonder if our Camos are clever enough to get a shot of us in the box from wherever they are. Well, not that one. That's too much on our face. Where's, like, if you're down there, can you see us up here?
You're going to warn us before they come to that shot in the box.
I would just find it creepy, that's all. Anyway, the Pride back out on the field now. Aiden Day's been good, I thought, since coming off the bench in the 13 tonight. Quinlan Cannon, he's a nice young fella, isn't he?
A top bloke.
Only
Great
played
bloke.
the first 20, though. Patrick Gallen's been good since coming on.
Loopy, yet to get a taste tonight. I'm sure he'll be running some tough carries when he comes on. Shouldn't be far off.
Yeah. Into 16 tonight. The $1 Million Smile, Brad Loopy. Got a few of the Tigers 20s boys behind us enjoying their dinner. Had a good win tonight, 34-14 final score. And we're back underway here. Second half action from Barlow Park. The Northern Pride against the East Tigers. Tigers sitting in 8th. They will play finals footy, just the way the ladder is set up. They're 5 points ahead of their nearest rival. Pride playing for exactly that, for their Pride, and playing for co-captains retiring, and I'm sure there'll be a couple more players that won't return to Barlow next season. Going out to Bobby Blair now. That's high contact from Tyrone Amy.
He's picked that one up.
Nicely done. And a good start for the Pride. They'll march upfield. You would think Campanolo will get this ball somewhere towards halfway and over.
Okay, on the line, mate.
Bang on.
On the line.
An opportunity for the Pride early here. 10-0. Blair again. Picks up 8 or 9 metres. Gallen.
Go on.
Oh, he was playing really good footy locally. That's what earned him the call-up. Is it part of the brothers system, Patrick? Suburbs, okay. That's right. Quinlan Cannon's playing for brothers. Good dummy there from Campanolo. The offload, though, was brilliant, but it was to the opposition, Shane Newman. I think he's probably called for that one.
We've seen a bit of that, haven't we? The Pride just looking ominous, and then things just falling apart.
Just forcing the pass there too. Unfortunately the case. Plenty of time left in this one. A lovely tackle there. He's been good since coming on in defence, the young American, Eichner.
Yeah, go again, mate.
Hits and sticks, doesn't he?
Wasn't he what?
Offload. Still got
Offload
it.
attempted there from Svensson at first. Managed to hang on to it at the end. Walters at dummy half.
Go 4. They're good. He's out the back.
So a bit of ball playing from their front rower there. Fired, ends up hanging it off.
Terrence Casey Douglas was steaming in there.
Wasn't he what? That ball's knocked on. No, it's a penalty.
Through the ruck. You got to go to the side. No, it's back here.
50-50s there.
Well, the argument there was that through the ruck, you got to go to the side. However, we did see a lot of the Tigers players laying in the ruck in that first half, not rolling out of the way.
Well,
I'd just like to see
and
I'd like to see a consistent ruling. Happy with it,
Okay,
but
on the line, mate.
Yep.
consistently would be good.
Hold for the foot.
Not happy with it.
So my wife to be, I would love to have a consistent mood and personality. Unfortunately, it's quite erratic and all over the place.
Can't always get what we want.
No, that's true, and at least someone loves me, unlike you, who's lonely and desperate and single forever. Anyway, Tigers on the attack here.
Hold. Go.
Cut you
got
deep.
nothing for that. I got nothing.
Walters defied.
I'm shocked. I'm speechless.
Fired now, will play the ball. Oswald. I love you. That's something.
Go. 3 now.
Appreciate it.
Billy Walters onto Wilson.
That's a good shot, Bobby Blair.
Isn't it? Can't run without legs, as junior coaches tell kids everywhere. Fired. Great ball. That was almost too easy, but I think the ball is what made it so. Newman crashes over, but Fired throws a beautiful long cutout pass. 4 more points to the Tigers, exactly the start the Pride didn't want for this second half.
That's right. The first opportunity they get, they just cross the line, and they did it with ease, really. I mean, it was a nice line and a beautiful ball.
Yeah,
Have
Fired.
another look.
That's a tremendous ball. Even sold me on the replay. I thought he was going further than that. Out the back. Instead, it lands in the lap of Newman, who probably won't score an easier try. And Walters will look to push this lead out to 16 points with just 4 minutes gone in the second half.
10-0 wasn't a too bad a spot. 16-0 though. Does make it a bit harder, doesn't it?
Not wrong. Just haven't had enough footy in that attacking area. When we have, you mentioned before, just pushing the pass. Got to set up camp and attack for a while.
Another 30 seconds.
Walters taking his time on this one. Better looking rooster than his dad was. Conversion successful. 16-0 is a lead. Who is a fan poll? Who was the best looking out of the Walters brothers? Kevy.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Not yeah.
Sorry, what?
Stay on here.
None of them really stand out in that
As
department.
glamours, yeah. They're not Cameron or Braden Torpies, are they?
Keep going.
Yep, all good.
By no means.
Anyway, back underway, onto the important stuff. Another good kick-off by Chinfat, who has very much improved in that department this week. Kicking a lot deeper, which means the sets are starting further inside the half.
Probably heard you ripping into him on the call.
He knows I love him. Carter, he'll take the ball forward. He's outside the 30. We went to school for a year together, did Savis and I. That's just knocked on, even though David did not clear the ruck.
Wow. I was expecting the penalty there.
Could have easily been.
You just don't know. It's a gamble.
Yeah, Savis and I went to St Mary's in grade 8. I reckon it's 2004.
There you go.
And he was a nice kid then. And always was more talented than me, and it stayed that way.
Was he a footy player back then? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was, because they set you up into different housing groups. And he wasn't in, I think he was in the Hutchinson, who are like the music group kind of thing.
There you go.
He wasn't in the sports group, neither was I. But Paddy Gallen, Gella Mosby, Campanolo, Chinfat, the man we just speaking about, his life story.
Away with one there, I think.
Thanks, Mel.
Casey Douglas now. 3 in that tackle. He still manages to pick up another metre.
Clear off.
Rolled onto his back, did well to hang on to the ball. Gallen goes short side. Campanolo, Tuala. High tackle is the call. Well, the referee in our mic said penalty high tackle. Wasn't called. Obviously, the other one disagreed, which is fine. Eichner takes it forward. That was very odd.
Go, 4.
Gallen.
I'd love one here.
He's through.
Allen. Chin fat looks good. He's at the line and he scores.
No, that's try.
True musical Hutchinson power.
There it is.
4 more points.
Just been abused.
Tony Williamson, the chairman of the board, is celebrating. I thought he was going to take his shirt off and do a dance then for us. Glad he didn't. Chin Fat gets it down. 10-4 is the score. 7 minutes gone, second half. And when he hits a ball at speed, he's very hard to stop.
Here it is. We just see, I think it's Bobby Blair, runs the decoy. Safest just goes for the line. Could have used Bowen and he would have scored as well. But
didn't need him.
Backed himself, which is something Ty has always said about him since coming into the team. It's one of the reasons he's there, just his ability to back himself and his confidence to know what he's capable of doing and go out and do it.
Savers is another one as we celebrate Bartercard's Women in League round, celebrating the ladies in our life, helping us with footy. He's another lovebird. Oh, if you find him on Instagram.
Seems to be a bit of a trend.
Oh, him and Terence Casey. It's all, Savers just posts about his missus 5 times a day.
I know we've spoken about Fanonga Lower as well. And
oh, he's loved up in under 20s.
Appreciation.
Tell you what, the right to left hook works. Jack Campanolo, Thurston-esque, and it's 16-6. The Pride back in this one.
Crowd just starting to come alive too. They liked that.
Well, they needed a reason to cheer, and Quinlan Cannon is up on the sideline, going for a bit of a jog. Interesting to see when he comes back in.
Like Paddy Gallen, he's been
quick feet, hasn't he?
Quite good out of there, dummy half.
Downside.
When he goes back to suburbs, he sort of jumps between the hooker and the halfback role. Quite a game manager as well.
Hold. Kick.
Walters gets his back underway, goes very high. And that will be Aiden Day taking the ball forward. No more word on Tom Hancock after that head knock. Hopefully we see him again today. Casey Douglas trying to push forward again.
Here we are.
There's your man here, Paddy Gallen in at dummy half. Day is absolutely rocked. That's a good hit from Amy.
Go through, you good.
Didn't he hit hard there?
Felt that.
He's looking for another one. On this occasion, Murphy just evades the tackle long enough. Picks up 10 or so metres. It was Cullen that took him down. Jared Allen kicks. Taken late but not hard. Let's say play on.
Found some grass.
It's a nice kick. First we've really seen of Jared Allen kicking tonight. Campanolo's done 90% of it. And Sammy Foster has taken just short of the 20. Northern Pride TV, keeping Northern Australia connected is C-Swift, and they also sponsor all the streaming for our home games. They make it possible. I know we've got lots of family of friends, family of players, I should say, friends and family, watching all over the northern parts of Australia.
Offload, still 3.
Play on here for the Tigers after the offload. There was a weird knock on our door. I thought someone had come to get us. Debt collectors finally found me. Play on. Dave Murphy in that tackle. He's copped a boot to the head too for his troubles. And play on for the Tigers on the 4th. A bit of ball playing from the front row, as you always like to see that. Billy Walters is dragged down though by Blair.
My coach didn't like to see it.
With Allen.
To be honest.
Fired kicks. They're saying played at, so 6 to go.
He played at that.
One of those 50-50s, I think. Gellum Mosby, they said.
Went a long way off the boot, I suppose.
Didn't it what? He kicked it.
A bit of Ronaldo about him.
He might have some calls from the English Championship. Bristol City. Yeovil Town FC. Running out of teams. Aiden Day.
Can't concede.
He's just dropped that. He's dropped that cold. And the Pride survive.
Pride found it very funny. Wasn't our boy Svensson, was it?
No, that I think is big Tyrone Amy. I think he's played in the NRL too. I recognise that name from somewhere. 29 minutes to go in this second half. 16-6 the Tigers lead. Aiden Day again. Like him in that 13. Potentially a hand in there.
Let's go.
50-50.
Up and over. Right leg forward, Terrence. Make cut, boys.
Right, tell you what, they'd love to go in again, be the next team to score.
Feed.
The chairman may take his shirt off then.
Stand up, Jared! Stand up. Square, Josh. Marcus, hold. Go one.
Get that image out of my head. Tuala takes it forward.
Just clearing the line, mate. It's all good.
Chris, give room. Hold it.
Wrestled onto his back, so slow play the ball. Garland weighs up his options. Gets it off to Ike. Now, he's been impressive since coming on.
He's been very solid, hasn't he?
Go, 3.
Making tackles, making runs.
Here he is. $1 million smile. Brad Loopy picks up 15 metres.
That his first charge there.
It certainly is. And, geez, doesn't he look good in the pink jersey?
One.
Go, 4.
I think it's his colour, isn't it?
I think so.
That's late.
We'll be getting some Von Zipper ones.
Cases are good.
Oh, not back.
Touch and goal off East.
Penalty.
Well, we've heard a call on our mic for
Late contact.
late contact after the pass on a playmaker, so it'll be a pride penalty back on the 30-metre line, I think.
Interesting, interesting. We've seen a few similar incidents tonight. It's just that word, that C word. Consistency.
Right. So, on another planet, so you said that. Be very careful. Last home game of the year. That's on report, that late hit. And, there was an error at the back anyway. Jeez, that was interesting if it was play on. Regardless, we'll get the ball back. Loopy with his second charge.
Crowd getting into this one.
Aren't they? What? It's a good crowd here at Barlow Park.
Square, hold it, hold. Jack, hold.
Got the ladies down in the corner watching on, Women in League.
Oh, we're in here. Paddy Gallen crashes over. You blink and you miss it. Game on, 16-10. The Pride right back into this one.
Patrick Gallen, like a hot knife through butter. Did you see that?
Wasn't it what?
And
Everyone's
there's a bit
fighting
going on
except
here.
for Patrick. Billy Walters, a bit of push and shove with chin fat.
The Pest.
Serial pest is Billy
Upton
Walters.
labelled him a pest. Oh, what was?
I like the handshake.
We saw that.
We need one of them.
25-35 is the time on the clock.
I'm surprised we don't have one yet.
Not coordinated enough for a special handshake, mate.
No,
Let's have a look at this. Gallen. Lazy defence on the inside. Svensson should have been there to help.
And he liked it too. Look at him.
Didn't he? What?
It's his first, I believe. His first Intrust Super Cup try. I'll check that. Get the stats man on that one, but I'm pretty certain.
Walters and Svensson into each other there about who should have done what. And then Aiden Days just said, love you, mate. Nice to see you. Walters the push, and then...
The old, they've come together a few times, Day and Svensson, the old Cairns boys. Obviously familiar with one another.
Imagine leaving the glorious beaches and greenery of Cairns to move to Brisbane.
Well, mate, I did it for a few years, and
look where you are now.
Back in the beautiful far north.
Best part of Australia is Cairns, and it's a beautiful night here at Barlow Park as Campanola throws that one over 16-12. Well and truly game on. Will Bugden told us pre-game his score prediction, 20-18 to the Pride.
He's on target, isn't he?
Tigers kick a penalty goal. Pride score. It's 18 all. On the siren, we get a penalty. Kick the penalty goal. It's 20-18. I can see it now.
Downside. Yeah.
Walters will get us back underway. And, the crowd right into this one now. It's a wobbler, which will be hard to take. Luckily, the bounce is a good one. Casey Douglas does enough. Stays in field. Rumbles forward and gets past the 20.
Stand up. Hold here. Hold.
Paddy Gallen, the try scorer. It'll do his confidence a world of good. Ty Williams could do worse things than leaving him out there another at least 20 minutes. We've got 24 minutes to go in this second half.
It's a long time there.
Go, 2. Moving forward.
Eichner, a bit of ball playing. I like that. Out the back, Bobby. And Blair is taken down by Carter. Allen. Day. Day bumps off one. This is the best game I've seen Aiden Day play this year.
Go, 4.
On the 4th, Allen decides to kick. Looking for space, has found it. He's got a good bounce.
Osby's
too.
flying
There's a chance. Oh!
And dead. Go, 20.
20 metre, but that
was absolutely steaming through.
Wasn't he? What? It's very
I thought
casual.
he was going to get there.
Oh, he did, mate. He got hands.
Jeez.
It's a nice kick from Allen.
Unfortunately, no reward for effort there for Gideon.
Go.
Was not going to give up on the play, was he?
No, sir, but he never does.
Stand up, Pride.
Let's have a look again. Very casual at the back. Was
There was a fumble.
Sammy Foster. Yeah, he just got his hands and then tapped it forward on the second guard. Right call from the referee, but anything could happen there. There's Tigers. Well, that's a headbutt, unfortunately, from Loopy to Gallen. They've come together. They're okay. Carter comes centre field for a run. Seems to burst through the first contact every time. Loopy just hangs on. Casey Douglas comes over the top. Lucky to not give away a penalty there. Hung on for a long time. Fired.
Line ball there.
Great offload. They're in here. The Tigers are they? No. Muzamechi did just enough at chin fat. Great stuff at the end.
That's desperation in defence there.
On the fourth. Somehow the Tigers have just worked this ball up the other end of the field. That's touched by Bowen. It'll be 6 to go. More defence here for the Pride. Showing the class of Tigers in that set.
Probably had to get a hand on it. They had the numbers there, the Tigers. So
it'll be Svensson looking for a settler. Oh, Eichner's in trouble here.
He's really out of that one.
Oh, yeah, I think the quicker they get Joey Eichner off the field, the better. He's going to need an HIA because he went head first and is not well. You know what, credit to him, he's actually signalled to the trainer too. So he's coherent enough to know he's not well. It was a bit ugly, actually.
Just copped the hip or something there of the East player.
He's got to go off. Yeah, poor bugger, he's almost, I know he's American. I don't know if he played American football. He might have, because he went in like he was wearing a helmet then.
Easy, boys. We've got a sub happening.
Started off in baseball, I believe.
Yeah,
Did he really?
No, stand this way. We've got a sub for your team, Maurice.
As most young Americans do, I suppose. Quite a bit of the MLB action today.
Well, I like my baseball.
I'll cut this one, boys.
Oh, you see the
You're a
Boomers. The
Jays
Boomers.
fan, is that right?
Rays, Tampa Bay. The
Yes.
Boomers won the basketball today.
Joey Eichner might be a Tampa Bay fan. He's from Florida, so
Need your hip there again.
one question for you to ask him later.
Cool. Just put your head down, head in. Good to feed. Feed. Time on. Out.
Our poor old director behind the scenes was just saying he was waiting to watch the Boomers game and was leaving the replay off, and I've just spoiled it for him. Well, Pikey, just letting you know, we won by 4.
Was that tonight, was it?
Go. 2.
Well, if we weren't fired before this, now we are. As we rumble forward, Loopy.
All the way here. Hold. Go. 3.
Oh, dear. Allen dumps Murphy back inside, up to the 40.
Jack, clear that ball.
Right, waiting to keep this momentum here.
Going now. On to Day. That'll be the last, up to halfway. Good set from the Pride. Want a decent kick here.
Not late here.
And Bobby Blair's going to go to the moon and back.
Big
That
hit,
is
ho.
very high. That left leg.
Oh.
No touch. Play on. Pride score. Gella Mosby crashes over.
6 more.
That kick was an absolute monster. And the wherewithal to finish it all off. Gella Mosby crashes over. We'll get another look at this one in a second. That's a great try. And Pride, with the position of that try, should hit the front after this one.
19 minutes. 20.
Battery's low.
Yep.
Let's have a look. This kick
That was incredible.
on halfway from Bobby. Bang. Jeez, he got everything on that, didn't he? There was no chance Sam Foster was never going to be taken. Whoa. I don't even know if it was touched or not. Clever here from Allen just to look up, get the ball away to Gella Mosby. Billy Walters blowing up. Learnt that from his father. Won't get the desired result that the Tigers want. The Pride do. And as I said, we should take the lead here with a kick just next to the uprights. Tell you what, hasn't this game turned on its head? It was 16-0 15 minutes ago.
Incredible scenes at Barlow Park. Does the crowd love that?
Where dreams come true.
Still a while to go, but geez, they've got themselves right back in this, and even in front.
Campanolo kicks over. The crowd loves it because it's a 2-point lead to the Pride, 18-16, with just under 20 minutes to go in the second half.
When was the last time we were leading in a game?
Yeah, good call. In a game at home, it's been a bit probably against the Capras.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago. Been a tough old slog, but it makes these kind of moments. Obviously still a long way to go, but just being in the arm wrestle.
Geez, it's 16-0. There were some thoughts going around in the crowd. You know, some flashbacks of that North.
Not again.
Thrashing.
Oh, running onto this with force is Brad Loopy, I think. A perfect bounce for him. Set up. Gallen into dummy half. Spreads a long ball to Dave Murphy.
Jack, don't work
Do you have any news on Hancock? Is that him on the bench or? It's not him, is it?
No, I haven't seen Tommy come back out of the shed since that head knock. He was split open pretty well too, so would have needed a bit of work in his last home game. Hopefully we do see him again, but I think the more he's off the field, it's becoming less and less likely. Campanolo goes to Tawala. Tawala steps off his right. He's inside. Halfway on the last. Buzumechi goes long. Campanolo goes to the air this time. Tell you
Foster.
Oh, Foster on this occasion gets it. Bobby Blair chasing through, misses him. He's dropped the ball. Knock on. Pride will get it back. Sam Foster's having a nightmare.
Yeah, you feel a bit sorry for him, but...
Do you? I don't feel even a little bit sorry for him.
Knock on. Let's go.
Nah.
It's footy, isn't it?
That is footy.
Chance here to extend the lead. Jump out.
It's another good kick from Campanolo. Blair was coming through, leading from the front, missed him. It was actually, you know what, I think it's Billy Walters that had the ball. It was.
Oh.
Heads in now.
And he's dropped it into Allen, then went back after that. Already been knocked on. So Pride ball.
Let's go. Head down. Feed. Out.
Scrum of the year, Gallen. Campanolo goes short. Well read, though, in defence from Fired. The halfback gets in underneath, gets some help.
Josh, let go.
Grenke's a bit sore and sorry, the skipper after that.
Hold.
As is Casey Douglas. Heavy contact. Loopy.
Jack, give space. Here, Bill. Hold.
He'll play the ball. 22 metres out. Gallen takes it right to the line. Allen this time. Bobby Blair bounces off one. Jeez, he's had a good game tonight, hasn't he, Maurice?
Gallen's providing some spark out of the hooking role, isn't he?
Got some options in that 9 jersey. After Connor Jones left, I was a bit worried, but it's nice to see the young guys come through. Gallen will go far side. Shortish to Loopy. The ball just behind him. And that's the last. Maybe not the right play on the 4th tackle.
Hold. Go.
That's what they come up with here.
Allen will kick along the ground. Not enough on it, and Carter does well to clean up.
Don't play it on him. Go one.
Work it away from their own end, the Tigers.
Dropped.
16 minutes remaining. 2-point lead to the Pride after being down by 16.
Go 2.
They've scored the last 18 points. Good carry there.
Terrence now, Jack, all the way.
I think that's McKinley.
Hold.
Tries to earn his team a penalty. Won't get it after attempting to milk. Grenke looks all right after the knock. Picks up another 10 metres. And he is 35 metres out on the 4th. Strong carry there, picking up just about 15 metres. Is Lavia on the last, they're up to halfway. Good set from the Tigers. Fired. This time it's the Tigers to go to the air. Muzamechi does well. And smartly enough, doesn't do what Billy Walters did, doesn't offload. And Chinfat with an opportunity here. He's rocked in the tackle, but kept going forward. Jeez, he hits hard Fired for a half.
Go 2.
Tuala. Up to the 40 and then some.
2 in.
Up to the 45 is Anari.
And then some more.
And then he's going to get to halfway.
Sam Jack now.
Good run.
Hold.
Gallen.
Go 3.
And the ever-reliable Dave Murphy.
Brett, stand up all the way. Sam.
Laying over him a long time. To be fair, Murphy wasn't really trying to get up and play it quickly. Day off his left. Been sensational tonight.
Square.
And on the last, Gallen. Looks like he will kick. Wants a settler. Wants touch. Won't get it. Gala Mosby is just raced through. There's an opportunity to push him all the way back here. Held is the call, but I love the intent.
Go. 1.
Mosby's come back with a mission. No.
Solomon Akata is through here. He's looking for support. Hasn't got it. He's bumped off Blair. Bumped off another. Gets the offload away. Blair comes again. Seve has it, and the experience of an NRL player there, getting the Tigers out of some serious doo-doo. Walters
Numbers
looking
here.
to attack. You're right. They're away. McKinley's got plenty of space and plenty of speed. But Tuala's wrapped him up. Chin fat over the top. Walters again. They're going to spread it wide. Foster keeps it going. And Settler there taken by Lavia.
Brad here. Go, 4.
On the 4th. Svensson cuts off his left. He'd love a try back at home.
Offload.
Looking to offload. Won't get it away, and that's the last. On the field now is Jack Walters, brother of Billy. Goes to his brother. Should have kicked. Doesn't. Drops the ball.
Oh, he was outside.
Hand over. No,
leave it.
So
hand over.
I'm not convinced
Pride
Billy
ball.
Walters
No
didn't
more. Hand over here.
knock that backwards. I think we might have lucked out here.
He's arguing, Billy.
Steve, it's a hand over here. Hey?
And none of it. Kevy's watching our stream.
I hope not, poor bugger.
Yeah, putting up with us.
Won't be putting us up for Fox Sports. He shaped to kick, and then for whatever reason didn't. That's gone backwards for me.
Just put the ball down if you want.
And then
Alan Mosby was just looming up on the outside.
Oh, geez, he wanted that ball, didn't he? He wanted that ball.
No
It would have
relation.
been very hard to catch. Not even I would have been able to catch him out there.
What do you run the 100 in these days?
Me?
Yeah.
I
You're not the
don't.
first person.
No time
Right,
registered.
so Jarb, are you going to play it?
I can't tell you the last time I broke into a
Just pick it
full-on
up.
sprint.
I'll blow the whistle and go.
Like, I've jogged
Hold.
from place to place occasionally, but
I don't have a
sprint?
tackle yet.
Nah, not for me.
It's going to be no tackle.
Probably the morning after
Go, no tackle.
went out for Indian.
Been there.
Brett, clear that ball.
Good
Square.
Indian joints in
Hold
town.
it,
That's
Sam.
a place out
Hold.
at campus at
Go,
Smithfield.
one.
I reckon that's the best buttered chicken I've ever had. Anyway,
That's a good one.
back to the game. Pride taking it forward. They're
Up
just
together.
inside the 20.
Square. Hold. Just stand up.
It's a
Long
nervous
go,
moment there.
Not wrong.
Javid looking to hand the ball over.
That was a baby goosey there from
Shane,
Casey
stand.
Douglas.
Here, Brett,
He's
hold.
going to play the ball.
Hold.
It'll
Go,
be Jackie. Taken just outside the 40 now.
Brett,
Pride have the ball.
stand.
Towards the back end of the set.
Hold. Hold. Go, 4.
Got people interrupting us. What's going on? Tuala walking in while we're on air.
So you
Sorry,
invited
that's
him.
Jarvid Bowen.
Well, you invited
I don't invite anyone.
Square here. All the way, Brett.
Gellum
Hold, go.
Osby now. In
15
at dummy
foot off the
half.
ball, not late.
That's an
Go,
interesting
who's offside?
kick.
Gideon.
Gideon Gellum Osby is offside. Does well to get back. Is he onside now?
He's trying.
He's not aware, is he?
He doesn't know what to
Here,
do.
Brad, hold. Hold. Go on. Good.
And it'll be Billy Walters stepping off the left. Does well there. Picks up an extra 5 or 6
Together.
metres.
All the way here, Brad.
It's getting quite tense.
Go, 2.
Wrong. 12 minutes remaining. Second half. 2-point lead to the Pride.
Big shot.
Lemire was looking for a massive hit
Hold.
then.
Go, 3.
Luckily for McKinley, he just got out of the way. Now, the 16
Brad,
is
give
Newman,
space.
one of the
Jack,
try
all the
scorers for the
way.
Tigers tonight off a lovely
Hold, go,
fired
4.
long ball.
Played it.
Yeah. You saw it?
Oh, it's a knock on. And Pride
He's
ball.
played down out here, mate.
Sevo had every right to catch that.
Just hold the mark from your right there.
It'll play down for the Tigers.
Hold him line.
Centre field. Not sure who that is. Oh, it's Newman. It's the try scorer. Didn't see what happened to him, but he's not well. Touching his jaw or the top of his head. And he's going to have to go off for a HIA, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to him. Then he reckons some contact to the head. I didn't see it, whether maybe his head hit the ground. He's going to have to go off the field. Had a good game since coming on,
He will be
Shane
on the
Newman.
20 here.
Might be the last we see him tonight, though. He doesn't look real well. Warming up.
Like me after a curry.
Mate, you got to stop making those
Just hold, boys.
references.
We've got something.
Good news for Pride fans. Joey Oakner went off earlier with
Okay, you've got
HIA. He's
replacement
now warming
running
up
on
on the
now, mate.
sideline, so expect to see him again.
Oh, the flexibility on him.
I was just thinking
Okay,
that.
let's
Just doing
start
some yoga
forward
on
up now.
the sideline.
Let's go. Arms over, Jack.
He didn't look well when he first got that contact to the head, so
Heads
nice to
in.
see he's okay
Head in,
and good
14,
to
shoulders
go.
on. Good to feed. Feed.
Tommy Hancock, I think, is sitting on the bench too. Whether that's just a support or not, I don't know. He went off for a concussion test too. Pride with the ball over halfway now. Pat Gallen.
Hold, go. One.
Gallen goes to Lemire, who's been good since coming back on the last couple of minutes. He carries the ball 10 or 11 metres there. Gallen. I know you're a big fan of him, Ron. He goes to Campanolo, who just steps off his right in time before Faid.
Nice read there from Faid.
He was going to absolutely belt him, wasn't he? Murphy tucks the ball under his arm. Now back pedals, looks for the offload as he so often does. This time he decides to hang on to it. Gallen. Allen. Out the back to Jarvid Bowen, somehow gets it. Don't know if that was his initial target. He gets it to chin fat, pops off his right, looks to offload, does so. Gella Mosby, we're on the fourth still here. Jared Allen wants someone back underneath, doesn't get it, goes to Loopy. Surely he'll hang the ball and take it down for the tackle. That's what he does try to do, but he's dropped it. I think there's about 30 too many things going on through Brad Loopy's head there.
Unfortunately, holding onto the ball wasn't one of them.
Not wrong. Not happy with himself there, is Big Loopy.
Just got a bit disjointed there, the Pride. We're looking for a bit of direction, and I guess we saw the results.
Arms up and over, let's pack.
No one really knowing what to do. Loopy took it upon himself. There was a hand in there.
Hold there for the out. Save us, head in.
I think it's all well and good to get excited in broken play, but sometimes someone just needs to calm things down a little bit. Anyway, if you're going to make an error, do it in that space of the field. The Tigers working it away here. Attempting to do so is Jack Walters.
Here it is. Hold, go two.
I mentioned before, the brother of Billy, both sons of Kevy. Queensland great. Fortunately didn't get the chocolates in State of Origin this year.
Square.
Or last year.
Go. Three.
No bite. Jack Svensson.
Cheeky. Very cheeky. Oh, we'll not be playing that game.
Svensson, whether he's trying to milk a penalty, I don't know. No, he's not real well, is Jack. Hopefully he's okay. Carter doesn't want to run behind his players. Gets it up to the 40-metre line. 2 points of difference. Pride up here. 9 minutes remain, second half. Can they hang on? Billy Walters goes to the skies. That one is wobbling all over the place. Muzamechi, not enough is said about just how safe he is under the high ball. That's well done.
Hold, go one.
Campanolo, Tuala, helping out his forwards here. Give him a break. Some Pride players still getting back.
Go, two.
Casey Douglas tries to get off his left, fired. Credit to his defence again. He hits and sticks.
Josh, Sam, now, here to me. Let's
Tigers
go.
getting up quickly here.
Go.
Just sensing now's the time if they want to.
It's on the chest.
I think Chin Fat was trying to milk a penalty there, but it was slapped across the chest.
Sniper, was it? Or?
He could seriously be hurt, I don't know.
He could very well
That's the
be.
kind of
That's
injury you
the
get a peck in there, but... Floyd says, get up, you bugger.
Pat says okay.
Yeah, you're right. He went down like he'd been shot. I thought it must have slapped him across the face, but it was.
Here's another look.
It's going to be four.
Pretty sure it was chest.
I'm hoping he gets.
He might have milked. Yeah, he's milked that for all it's worth. Oh dear.
Last tackle, Brad.
Well and truly part of the Intrust Super Cup now is Chin Fat.
That's a tackle.
Chase is good.
Kicks
Yeah.
a wobbler, but it's not bad. It's into touch. A bit of a breather, which I think the Pride needed about 27 metres out.
Game really anyone's at the moment. You have to say the Tigers look like they could be coming home a bit stronger. Pride just showing a bit of a lack of urgency.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do at this point in time, still with 7 minutes 45 remaining, is to stop playing footy and just defend.
He made the decision.
All well and good, complete your sets, get a breather now, but keep trying to attack, keep trying to score.
You got Wagner back on there, so great signs there.
Thought he was terrific his first stint.
Hold here for the out. Stay first.
Very groggy coming off the field, but
yeah, he ran into a knee.
Billy Walters just getting his props foot out of the way there.
Bill Cullen.
Clear the ball. Go one.
He's out for blood tonight.
14 again. Square.
Yes.
Hold. Go two.
Let's make it Twilight joke.
You got it.
Sam
Off
Levere.
the legs.
Jesus, lucky it's the last day game, I tell you. It's a good, strong run from Amy.
Two in.
7 minutes 40 remain.
Knock on there.
And it has been dropped. Getting a bit sloppy towards this back end, both sides. Not like that though. Good field position for the Pride. They'll start their set just inside the 40.
So we saw before when the Pride were down, they were the ones sort of pushing the pass. Now it just looks like the Tigers are playing that sort of catch-up footy style.
Time off. They start coming in, Pride.
Cannon looks like he's shortly to come on the field. You would think Gallen will come off, who's been terrific.
Bit of a fair dinkum stint
14
too,
need
probably
you
his
in.
longest
Come together, guys.
game in
We're all
terms of
here.
minutes.
Yeah, probably a good 55 minutes by the time he's off.
Heads in, shoulders
Looks to
on.
be blowing out there,
Good to feed, mate. Feed.
as everyone
Feed.
is
Come
at
on.
this point in the game.
Out.
Let's go, Tyrone.
Tuala just over the 40.
Brett, stand up. Square. Hold.
Allen now
Hold. Go on.
at dummy
Quicker,
half.
Brett. Quicker.
Goes to Eichner. Oh,
Jeez.
Cullen was looking for a shot there.
Hold.
Well, that's one
Go,
way to
two.
pass your concussion test.
I found him.
He's a bit wobbly again, is Eichner. No, he passed his test. I still don't know he's 100%.
Hold.
Lemire
Jack, let go.
inside
Go. 3.
the opposition half. Allen, who's got his ball, his hands on the ball a lot this second half. Looked dangerous when he has. Cannon is on the field, so Gallen is off. Murphy off his left.
The offload. Here we looking.
Picks up 15 or so metres there. On the last, Cannon goes to Allen. Allen decides to spread to Bobby Blair, who can kick. Walters at the back playing fullback on this occasion.
Side there.
Get square, Quinlan. Here it is.
Just wondering why he just
Hold here.
didn't want to
hold.
make a
Go.
tackle.
One.
Didn't want to give away the penalty.
Qatar. They got a few in on him this
Quinlan,
time.
you
He's
space,
bust the
back to
line a few
me.
times already tonight.
Hold. Go. 2.
6 minutes remain here at Barlow Park. 2-point lead is maintained. If you're just joining us on Pride TV, a very special round this one, the Barter Card Women in League round, celebrating our ladies in rugby league. We thank you very much for everything that you do for all of us.
All the way. Maurice,
And,
here.
the jerseys are a nice
Go.
sign of
4.
appreciation as well.
It's out the back.
Nice ball from Walters. He's got fired away here. Penalty
In the line.
to the
And there's
Pride.
Contact. There's contact. He's in the line. Leave it. Take it away. You're not captain. Your player's in the line and blocks him from making the tackle. Yeah.
Okay. Blocking penalty is the call here. Straight away, I think it was Jarvid Bowen threw up his hand for the 2 points. I don't see the point here.
What are we
You're
doing?
only up 2.
No, maybe
Jack.
it was two minutes to
Jack,
go.
touch. Yeah.
Still about
Maurice,
still a
good.
bit of time up, but
Kick
still a
for
fair
touch.
bit of game here. Still a fair bit
Yeah.
of game.
Keep
You
playing
go.
footy, kick for touch. So, okay, so they're saying Blair didn't have a fair chance there. Fair enough, probably could have gone either way.
With the foot. Hold. Go.
And, Safe as Chin Fat could be co-starring in a new Hollywood blockbuster.
Oh, here we go.
Crowd getting into this,
Let
cheering the
go.
boys home.
Go
They'd
on.
like to see him seal this one with a try.
Murphy now, he's 5 metres out.
Again. Release.
Cannon.
Go. 2.
Goes out the back to Allen. Allen to Blair. I thought he was going to turn and pass there. Goes himself. He's still backing his way. Trying to get in here is Maurice Blair. He's just short of the line.
One
He was going
foot.
to die wondering, was he?
He's had a good game tonight as Maurice.
He's through.
Cannon to Allen. Goes out to Campanolo, who just throws Murphy back underneath, the settler. Now's the chance to get it out to the outside backs, though. Let that ball sink.
Go. 4.
On the 4th, Cannon goes himself. That's not the play for me.
Still 4.
Manages to get the offload away. Casey Douglas. Right up the middle.
Last
But again, it's another set.
Knock on.
And in fact, it's a knock-on, but I was going to say, Ryan, it's another set where the outside backs
Just come out. You
don't
need
see the ball at all. And when
Knock
you've
on.
got
Come here.
Gala Mosby, Jarvid Bowen, Tuala, just to name a few, they've got to see it.
There's some strike power out there, that's for sure.
Don't pack in there. Time
Maybe
out.
trying to reach out there, Terrence Casey Douglas.
Time out.
4 minutes remain in this second half. A nail-biter. What a game it's been. Down 16, the Pride come back. They've scored the last
Let's go
18
now.
points.
Safest. In. Heads in. Let's go east.
Tigers throwing everything at them. Pride want this win for Women in League round, yes. To send off their captains in style, yes. Dave Murphy, Tommy Hancock will not return to the Pride in 2020. This is their last home game.
Square.
Last home game here, we were belted 62-14. This game we're up 2, and that is a huge mistake and huge bit of defence there for Maurice Blair. Gellin Mosby's getting in. He's excited.
Time out.
Tigers pack the scrum. 3:36 on the clock. That's a big error. Blair down low.
Right, let's come in.
And I think Eichner was in there helping as well. And as they got up,
Let's go.
trying to do it too fast was Seve, who's had an unhappy second half.
Let's go, Neil. Arms over. Outside up, Maurice. Good feet. Hip square. Hip square. 6. Get square.
Time
Feet.
is
Time
back on.
out.
Cannon to Campanolo. Tuala this time does get early ball. He pushes it up to the 10.
Off the ball, Marin.
Campanolo again.
Hold. Go. 1.
He'll come to Cannon at first receiver. Shapes to pass. Dummies. Holds it himself. Gets it to about 6 metres short of the line, maybe 7.
Hold.
Slow play of the ball. Rested onto his back. Jared Allen goes to Lemire. Not willing to risk too much this set. Just over 3 minutes still remain.
Release.
Up by 2, the Pride.
Go.
At the right end of the field. Cannon shapes on. Goes the other. Allen long ball. Oh! Gellin Mosby catches that. He scores. And because he's then kicked it over the sideline, it's to the 20.
Go.
I thought you pay the first error, but anyway. It'll be a 7-tackle set. Carter on the 30. That's 0.
Go, 0.
Get your left side back
Wow.
there.
The pass wasn't a bad one from Allen. I thought he just got it right.
Go, 1.
Gellin Mosby just didn't quite read it, I don't think. He catches, he scores. Unfortunately, instead, inside
Hold. Go, 2.
the Pride's half, go the Tigers. That's a flat ball. Play on is the call. Cullen has it. He dummies. He goes himself. Throws the long ball. It's a poor one out the back.
Still 2.
Seve picks it up, and Seve's 5 metres short of the line. This game has everything. 2 minutes remain. Opportunity here for the Tigers. Can they steal at the death? On the last, Walters kicks. He goes a long way sideways. It's gone out. And that's a big play there. Billy Walters needed a better kick than that. He doesn't get it.
Hey. 3.
And that'll be a handover as it was the last tackle. The clock keeps on ticking, which is good news for the Pride. They'll be in no rush here.
Right, let's get it in.
One good set, kick for the sideline, defend as if your life depended on it. That pass there. Oh, the slip from McKinlay.
Boys, let's go back here.
Seve picks it up. Pride recover in time. And we have a second to breathe here with 1 minute 33 on the clock.
Chris, get square. It's not a tackle yet. Not early. Go. No
Cannon goes to Tuala. Ball control is so important here. Get through this set. Kick for touch.
Go, 1.
And you're almost there. Dave Murphy.
Couple in.
He does well. Post-contact meters are good. In his last ever home game for the Pride, the co-captain. There'll be no rush to play this. He's like a slow-dying turtle on his back. He plays it to Cannon. Cannon goes to Lemire. Big shot, but Lemire bumps off. He plays the ball quickly for some reason. Earns his side a penalty. Will take it. Almost gave Ty Williams a heart attack there. Did Matolo Lemire.
Make sure you hold your feet.
Whew, and me as well.
Just let you
The
know.
clock ticks on. 50 seconds remain. 2-point lead is intact. Campanolo will take his time with the kick. And he's kicked this a long way. Ball boy would have done a good job to take that.
Hold for the tap.
Clock keeps ticking. 30 seconds to go. Hold the ball, you win the game. Jarvid Bowen.
Hold here. Hold. Hold.
He's in no rush to play this one. Dave Murphy, fittingly, backs into the defence as he's done so many times today.
Tyrone, let go. Hold. Go. 2.
15 seconds remain. Cannon. Lemire. Play on's the call after a flat pass. Lemire, don't play the ball quickly, son. Take your time. Does so on this occasion. Slow and steady with 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bobby Blair with the goosey. He's taken down. The Pride win here at Barlow Park in round 22 after being down 16 points with half an hour to go. The Pride score 18 unanswered, and a win is here in Dave Murphy and Tom Hancock's last ever home game for the club. Tigers are down on their haunches. Ty Williams has every right to be a happy man. The last home game, we lose 62-14 against the Devils. Ty said something needed to change. It did. What a response from his boys tonight. What a comeback, down 16 against a star-studded Tigers side with the likes of Billy Walters, played NRL. Solomon Akata, same thing. Marion Seve.
Thanks, sir.
And the boys go out and get the job done. I thought Aiden Day was terrific tonight. I thought Paddy Gallen was excellent. Joey Eichner, when he came off the bench, I thought he had massive impact.
Thanks, mate.
Geller Mosby was good on the wing. The outside backs did their job. The boys up front did as well. Dave Murphy in his last ever home game. He'll be very happy to get the chocolates tonight, I tell you what. One more game to go in the season for the lads. That will be away. I think we're down at Tweed. There's a shot of Rowan. What a good-looking rooster. That's as close to a smile as you get from him, just quietly. They can be very happy with themselves, the Pride, tonight. And they've sent this home crowd that was quite large this evening, they've sent them home very happy. 18 points to 16, the final score. Plenty of good stuff written in the paper about this one, I can tell you. Some good young stars. As I said, Joey Eichner, I thought he was great. Jared Allen played really good in the 6, I thought, tonight. Plenty of options moving forward there, especially when Braden Torpey's fit again. And the Tigers cannot believe it. I reckon up 16, they thought they were an absolute shoe-in to win this one. Wasn't to be. As they trudge off the field, Pride stay on. They've made a habit of shaking hands with everyone coming out to watch them. Terrific win, that one. I reckon everyone wrote them off at about 16-0. Shows a lot of grit and determination. You've got to start somewhere when you're rebuilding, which is where we're at. Ty Williams there with Tony Williamson getting a shot of the side. And I think there'll be a few happy lads tonight. Go out and get a feed. They'll be very pleased. Women League jersey still available too. If you find Northern Pride on Facebook, you can do so. Head to the website, northernpride.com.au. You can place your orders there. Still a few of the sizes ready. They're selling like hotcakes though, and we thank our ladies for coming down tonight and everything they do involved in rugby league as well. Let's go sideline to Rowan.
Just down here with Patrick Gallen, mate. Nice game from yourself. What did you make of it out there in the middle?
Well, I really enjoyed it out there. It's good to play against, play upper level and have a good contest. So it's good fun.
Probably the most minutes you played at the ISC level so far, and did a great job out there. How was East as an opponent?
Yeah, they're very good. Very clinical with what they do, and they got like some good players in there with some good NRL experience, like Solomon Akata come in, and he was really strong for them and made it challenging for us, especially in defence.
And sending the co-captains out with a win in front of the home crowd, how good's that?
Yeah, no, it's good. I think it might add a bit of more motivation for the boys to try and get the job done, especially seeing TH go down. I think the boys want to get it done for him.
So what's the plan after the game? Bit of celebration?
Yeah, I guess so. We haven't had a win in a while, so I think the boys will be on it. So yeah, it'll be good.
So easy, man. I won't hold you up any longer. You go and enjoy it. Thanks very much. Cheers, Elliot. Back up to you.
On your Rowan and on your boys. Last home game of the season, a performance like that in that second half. Again, down 16-0 against these Tigers, who will play finals footy this year. To come back and win that one, 18 points to 16, is a fantastic effort. And I think we're going to cross back to Rowan, who's got another special guest with him now.
Down here with CEO of the Pride, Mark Quinn. How good was that? Perfect crowd for the last home game of the season and to get the win as well.
Oh, mate, it was a fantastic game tonight. A very close game. East played very, very well. It's great to beat them, and thank you to everyone for coming along tonight. There's a few other competing things happening tonight, but thanks very much to all the crowd for coming along.
And I think the celebrations aren't going to stop now. Obviously, we've got to send off these co-captains for their work.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. It's a bit sad to lose Dave and Tommy, but they've put in a lot of hard yards here, and we've really appreciated everything they've done for the Pride. But Tom's going to Townsville to further his career aspirations, similar to Dave, and then he'll be furthering his career aspirations here with Remax and Cairns.
And what's the plans? Still one more week to go, but season's been pretty up and down. But how have you finding it?
Oh, mate, it has been up and down, but, one thing that I've really loved is, Cairns has given us great community support throughout the season. Our volunteers, our sponsors, just, the whole community. It's been fantastic. As you said, we've got one more game left in the season, and we'll just put our best foot forward next weekend.
Thanks very much, Mark, and going out with a bang. That's what you wanted, I suppose?
Yes, 100% correct.
It's easy. Thanks very much. Back up.
Thank you, mate. Thank you to Mark and Tony doing an outstanding job. As we mentioned, the season hasn't probably been what we've wanted in terms of results, but to be able to send off a couple of co-captains in that sense, I think is special. We mentioned before, Tommy Hancock, the poor bugger, did go down with a concussion, was split at the head. He missed the second half, and Patrick Garland said what we all thought, and just provided a little bit more motivation, I think. Rowan, back on field now with Tony Williamson.
That's right, down here with the chairman, Tony Williamson. The Pride, they were down 16-0. When they scored that first try, started the comeback, you gave us a bit of a bang on the glass there. Could you sense the comeback was brewing?
Yeah, look, they've a good team of blokes, you know what I mean? They're a really good team of blokes. They play with a lot of pride. They've been dreadfully unlucky with injuries and, with issues with the Cowboys this year, but, I knew that they had it in them, and we just wanted to see it this year, so I'm glad the fans could see that because that was a magnificent game of football.
How good is it to win that last home game and just give the fans, something to cheer about?
Yeah, look, the fans, we thank the fans, thank the volunteers. It takes a lot to run a football team. So a lot of, the sponsors, there's just so many people you could thank, but I'm glad that the fans could see what the Pride are actually capable of. Next year, we've got some really key signings. We're losing a few, but we've got some key people coming in, and we're really excited about next year, because next year we will be in the semi-finals.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about next year. Obviously, one game left to go. So the focus is now, I guess, moving into 2020 and making a bit of an impact there.
Yeah, so next weekend we do play against Tweed, but that's the last game of the season. But, yeah, next year we have guaranteed the people of Cairns that we're going to put a very good team on the field, and we're going to be very competitive.
Thanks very much, Tony. I'll let you get in there and enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Back up to you.
All right, thanks, Ron. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, everyone. That's just about it from us, including the photobomb there from Will Bugden at the end, retired prop from this season. Just need to thank C-Swift for all the efforts they've put in this year, keeping Northern Australia connected. They have been the sponsors of Pride TV, helping you guys check out the home games. Back bigger and better than ever in 2020, I'm sure. It's been an absolute pleasure having your company. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next year.